Hello, everyone. You know who this is, yet you have absolutely no idea. Of course.
Wow. Somebody gonna be famous. Real famous.
I sit here writing to you now with my exceptionally long penis buried deeply and warmly into my vagina butt.
Isn't that neat?
Julie Hunter 77 has joined the game.
Call 911. This place needs to be swatted. It's obnoxious.
You have a bully cabal.
You don't find people being bullied into suicide on 4chan.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay, if he says any more bad words, I'm gonna hang up on him. He doesn't own Kiwi Farm, and he died last to me. A little kid named Moon owns Kiwi Farm.
How do they make this more and more epic every time?
I'm sorry, I'm a soy-filled bitch and like videos.
If we get Donald Trump just to tweet out, I mean, just a tweet that mentions the hashtag Gamergate, it doesn't necessarily matter how we use it. Man, the blue check marks are going to shit their fucking pants.
It's 2019. I can't believe anybody believes me. I'm a spinning fucking ball of water.
True. Especially when Jim finds out, he's gonna just give me so much shit.
One never knows when the homosexual is about.
I've had over 1,000 rejections in real life, 2,000 rejections online, so that's 3,000 rejections total. I aim as well as possible. I aim for obese women, ideally ugly and obese. I would do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl.
I said it's not even hot. You are not allowed to bring him to the hospital. No, you get no permission to fucking do it.
You gotta be kidding. It's just like this declaration, right, of male dominance.
Put that in your pipe.
I definitely cheated on Super Mario with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Stop doing this stuff.
He's like the blue seductress who takes me out into the night and does wonderful things to me.
Enough! Stop!
How can a Yorkshire Terrier live in the wild? It's in plain sight, but you just don't see it. You know what I mean?
We're here. You're there.
Am I here?
I think so. I never know half the time.
No, that's good.
I mean, it is what is, but apparently we... I know, hello. Apparently we've got a stream to, take over, to abuse, to snipe.
Yeah, definitely have a stream to snipe.
Yes. You mean this one here?
Yep.
Oh, dearie dear. Oh, okay. We've made it. We've made it early. Lots of popcorn.
Yay, popcorn.
I know.
So what have we been doing since last night?
I slept, woke up, went to work.
Still working on getting single again.
So the plan is kind of working, but not really working.
Nah, we'll see.
So outside of that, what else have you guys been up to? No good? Please say no good.
Well, I said... Look good. Go ahead, Jim.
Pick a person.
You first. Okay.
That it? That's
well,
what you're gonna
the reason why I said you first because I just took a bite of a sandwich. So come on, Jim.
A Sammy. He took a bite of a Sammy. His face is filled.
Yes.
Actually, but before you go, he needs to get as much food into his face before the kid takes it all.
Yes. I just, oh God, no, I don't have. What else? What did I do today? Shit. Yesterday I put a floor in, so that was fun. But today,
Did you shit yesterday?
I did do shit yesterday. I did
There
do
you
a
go.
shit
If
this
you
morning.
shot yesterday and you shot today, it makes sense.
I just, it's a good thing to shit every day.
Apparently so.
It's normal to shit, but it's also normal to shit once a week too. And I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah, it's the way how the bowels and all that kind of sets up.
Depends on what you eat too.
What you put in depends on what comes out and
when.
what it looks like and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, our human bodies are weird. The bodies are weird. Let the bodies hit the floor. So, I'm surprised that Penn is kind of figuring out what a GPT can actually do.
Well, I mean, we've been sitting here, and I've been fucking with that all day, and it's. I made some really good art of Gator and Meto myself, and
Getting some echo. Are you guys?
that's
I have no idea. Maybe
Getting a little bit.
on my
I
side.
hear echo on Jim. I
hear
hear
echo
echo
from
myself.
You talked, Rogue.
Huh.
Nope. It's you. I think it's on your side.
On whose side?
Your
side.
side. You sides.
I don't know how.
Do you have us playing twice on your board?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Go away and come back. Let's see if it leaves. How do you hear him now? Yeah, it's
test 1 2 1 2. Yeah,
yeah, it's Rogue.
God damn it, Rogue!
God damn it!
Well, I came back.
Yeah, the echo's back now. It's
what
you.
Could it be?
What could it be? What could it be? Oh, what indeed could it be?
Yeah.
What about now?
Test.
Test.
Yeah, it's void.
Luckily.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Is it that one thing?
No. You know the stream snipe we were supposed to be doing?
Yes.
It's that.
Oh.
It's that.
Ah.
So I'm going to have to make changes. I'll be right back.
All right. We'll still be here. Haha, Rogue. It's time to Medicare Weatherman is back. Also, DPS got felt by It's a Gundam bro. Felted?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he feel up DPS?
Hey.
What?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, felted means felled up, doesn't it? I mean, back in my day, that's what it meant.
No, you gotta go by synonyms.
I mean, you gotta understand, half the words that are today were back in the day a different meaning. So whenever I hear felted, I'm like, so he felled up a dude? Why?
Felted means they've been owned. Meaning they have lost everything to the casino table felt.
Wouldn't it be just quicker to say owned?
You know, I don't question why people say Kino on that gay bullshit, but...
Oh, okay. Welcome back, Rogue. You fixed the problem.
I had to move over to a different browser.
Great browser? Let me guess, was messing up?
No, Opera was messing up.
Oh, yeah, well, Opera's got its issues.
Yes, so I switched over to Brave.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
All right. So, while we're going on here, and I just want to let you know, we might have a visitor soon enough. Just depends. They still don't know if they're running a D&D game or not. But I tell them regardless, they got to get the link so they can jump in whenever they want. And that is the lovely Purity
So
Sense.
what you're saying is they're searching for original world.
I guess.
Endlessly searching for an original world.
I guess. But Purity Sen, she's a pretty big creator. VTuber now. She's done a couple things with Jim back into the past, and she's also one of the archive channels that like rebroadcast, restreams Jim streams as they go. So, I believe I came across her whenever I did the AI stuff, or is it the AI stuff or rebroadcasting this stuff? I can't remember what it was, but I came across them a couple months ago, a while ago, and we've been talking. It's like, hey, I don't see you actually, doing these stream types, actually going on and like commentating on them. You ever do that? It's like, nah, not really. I just restream them. It's like, you want to come on and talk about one of these days? It's like, sure.
It can be fun.
Oh, it's real fun. Showing your opinions and views and all the fuckery you see online.
That you are, it's always fun.
Well, I mean, we're not the retards here.
We're here, aren't we?
We're watching
the chat's doing chat things. Hello, chat.
I'm the original retard here. I started and joined the military, so at a later age as well. So,
really, Mustaf? Really? What else you got here? Yes. The DSP Discord owned him. Yes, it did. I mean, when it comes down to DSP, he pretty much owned himself. What wasn't very difficult.
You also kind of owned Mutahar, I saw.
I mean,
that's not hard to do.
I do it on a regular. I mean, and that's just while I'm asleep. So I mean,
yeah,
I could be on the can and letting one out, and I will still be able to humiliate Mutahar.
I did not support Gaza, even though I did speak out against what Israel was doing. So you can't do one without doing
the other. Yes.
So yeah, you are anti-Semitic. So there you go.
Yeah.
But we're all anti-Semitic.
Well,
here's
just what you do about it, because you can't win the. Here's what you do about it, because you can't win it.
Yeah.
Is my mic low?
No, your mic is not low.
Okay then. Anyways,
you just like talking
here's
over
what you. Here's what you do. You just glass both sides. Be done with it.
I get it.
You can't be blamed for having favoritisms. You can't be blamed for genociding one side or the other side. So fuck it. You all go.
My headphones just died. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I missed that. I had to plug them in.
It's all good. He just said glass them all.
Okay. Okay, that's the answer to everything.
I know, right? Jeez.
Hello there, kitty.
Hello, kitty cat. Wow.
I can't remember which one. I think this is Gretchen.
Mm.
I have new kitty cats here at the new home, so
just pet them vigorously.
Well, this one likes me. The other one's scared of me.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll figure itself out eventually.
But for everyone watching right now, Jim should be streaming about 19 more minutes.
Yeah, again, when we get closer to the 5-minute mark or whatever, I'll put shit back up. But until then, it's just us, just chilling.
We're talking about whatever.
Just chilling and chilling.
Chilling like a villain, and comes whatever to mind. I mean, I've been having fun, fucking around with making dragon-related shit, which has always been fun and fascinating.
Did you see mine? Actually, I gotta find those again. I got some new avatars I've shown.
Avatars.
They're like the avatars, but more avatar-y.
Jeez. Yeah, I've already put up a new avatar up there.
I want your original one. Well, not all right. So not your original one, the one you had earlier.
The one I had earlier? Give me a moment. I think
the one you made, the one you made, the profile pic of, and the
Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my. It's the same kind of thingy, and it's around. It's my Ghibli version. Yes, yes. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Edit avatar. It's that one. You want that one?
Yeah, that one. Well, I would say this much: I did give the link out to someone else to a
Oh.
elf vampire.
Elf vampire. Why would you do something like that? I'm
Because
gonna
I'm
have
evil.
to get back into my garbs then, just in case.
There's
But anyways.
this one.
Oh yeah, your Top Gun reject. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I can't get it to work like you guys, but you have the paid version, so
Yes,
probably
yes.
Then I have my questionable one.
I
Are we
mean,
the baddies?
I mean, you are the baddies.
I am the baddies. And then there's this one isn't too bad. I just don't like. I wish I had done it in a different color.
Yeah, I could see the issues, but you are white, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't like to admit it. I hate my whiteness. That's what you're supposed to do these days, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, no, that's not how that works.
No. But no, I'm the black sheep, so that's kind of what I go. But I still like this one the best. This one
No,
is
that is the other one. Yeah, no, you have to have the paid version in order to get the updated shit. The
I
freebie
saw
shit.
that.
The freebie shit won't be coming in until after it moves up to the next updated version.
Yeah,
so that could be a bit.
Yeah, I pay for it, so because I like using the aimbot.
I heard a bink.
We heard a bink.
It's an elf. Are we allowed to allow elves in here?
Oh no! Hello, everybody.
Hello, I am Rogue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello. Again, I'll say this much: Ava does have a bit of a lag, so if she starts talking, just go ahead and stop. Let her finish.
Actually, my lag has reduced significantly.
Wow, what'd you do?
She got
better internet.
I'm using a dual PC stream setup now.
All right.
Nice.
I'll do it.
So I have a tiny little
the
bit,
original
but...
PC that I was using things on, yeah, no, it is because it's still using bad satellite internet. But the issue with my original PC is the the VLIP drivers. That stuff is just absolutely destroyed.
All right.
I'm getting new internet here soon. I'm getting off of Spectrum.
Well,
I thought you were on the Spectrum.
We're trying to get new internet.
You gotta get that. So you gotta get. Do you have the Starlinks or do you have DirecTV?
We have HughesNet.
That's even fucking worse.
Hey, Wesley.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's really bad.
That's like their satellites are almost. Oh shit! Their satellites are fucking real old.
Yeah, I mean beforehand.
We're talking about 50-year-old satellites.
Yeah, beforehand her lag was like I think timed around 4 or 5 seconds. Now it seems like it's just 1 or 2. So it's over half. That's a significant improvement.
Cool beans.
Time to go with Starlink. I'll call up Elon.
Yeah,
I'll call my brother. He works for Elon. Actually, it's funny. My brother does work for Elon.
Hello, I'll call Elon. Like your buddy Elon owes you a favor.
I said I called my brother who works with Elon. He works on the solar
somebody's
panels,
got a favor to be brought in, obviously.
Well, his work trucks keep on getting scratched up. He's getting pissed. Well, it's not even a Tesla. It just says Tesla. It's a Ford pickup that says Tesla Work Company.
Yeah, well, that's the problem right now.
Oh, that's so stupid. Of course. Oh, yeah, there you go, Brandon. Like, I will say it right now, like, what people are doing with Teslas and anything with Tesla marked on it is just straight up terrorism.
It's fine.
Oh, no, it is.
Let it happen. Let it happen.
No, we let it happen the last time.
The Chaos Demon speaks. Let it happen.
Let it happen. Because good things
You know what is really funny, though? When you try to Molotov cocktail a Tesla charging station and you light yourself on fire. Like, bro.
Yeah. That's happened several times.
That's an L you deserve.
Yeah,
they're not getting that Russian training. They're not getting that. They're not getting that proper Russian training.
Yes.
Yeah. But Ava being on here is kind of an additional thing. Like I said, I still haven't heard anything back from Purity Sin.
You know,
So
it is what is. It is what is. You shoot out links like I have, and those who take them, great. Those who don't, it's fine. Either way, it's all good.
yeah, it's funny. We actually have an elf that's not part of our podcast that actually came on, and the other elf who is supposed to be coming on never shows up.
She's still trying to pretend to be an actual special person. What's the stream? I wish them the best of luck on that. Keep telling them, in order to become a streamer, you have to stream.
Pen?
It is true. You do have to stream. I mean, I am finally having my 2D live model worked on. Hopefully it'll be like a couple weeks and it'll be ready. But like I've been streaming and making content since October with this little PNG tuber.
I mean, the PNG tuber works.
You got hell of a boost, and you're very loved over in the Lego Mindset community. So congratulations again on that whole deal. Oh, and before I forget, everyone wish Ava happy birthday.
Happy Death Day.
Oh yeah. Well, it was yesterday. But Death Day. Yeah, it was, yeah. Actually, it should be like Happy Undeath Day.
We could always sing the unofficial birthday song for you.
The unofficial birthday song?
I don't
know.
What is the unofficial birthday song?
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
One day closer to the grave. Oh, happy birthday.
Wow.
I need an adult.
I
am an adult.
I have that effect. I have that effect.
I was gonna say, with everyone here, if you take my age, Rose's age, and Jim Max's age, we probably
equal about 200 years. We equal about 200 years old.
Oh my God! There's 200 years between you three.
I'm just 100
I'm
years.
talking with the crypt keepers.
Well, I mean,
alone, it's
sense,
100
right?
years. So I mean, you got to go with it.
I mean, it is what it is. Everybody has to go sometime.
Listen, I used. Have you ever heard of the Captain Crunch hack? Whistle hack.
Oh God, he's showing his true age there.
Yeah, the Captain Crunch whistle hack was from the 70s and 60s.
Yeah, well,
I used to do that.
Oh, you know, I might be able to ask my dad about that.
Oh,
he might know about it. It was actually kind of put to an end in the 70s, but some places, like in my hometown,
What, were people dying or something? Like, is this one of those Tide Pod challenge things where like people?
No. So it okay. Back in the olden days, the internet, or at least getting access to computers, and that you have to have a special beep, chirps, and a few other different things.
Well, not only that, but to get it for free because
like dial-up.
Yeah,
close, kind of. Oh,
almost like
dial-up.
dial-up.
Yes.
This was before dial-up.
Yes.
This is where you actually had to put a
rotary phone.
Yeah,
this is rotary phone era.
Onto an actual
There
base
was shit
unit.
before dial-up.
Yes.
Yes. Before dial-up, there was rotary.
You ever watched
War Games?
War Games.
Would you like to play a game?
War Games, like.
Brendan.
No, I don't. Okay, so it's a movie. Like I thought you meant like the actual war games, like countries do.
No, well, that is based off of that. Yes,
it's based off. It's an old '80s movie with Matthew Broderick and a couple other people.
Oh God, there were so many. There were a lot of people in that one.
You actually probably get a kick out of that movie.
But this is like probably pre your birth.
Yeah,
definitely. Sparky's too.
Oh, big time. Okay, so
yeah, it's before my birthday.
Sorry, I'm only laughing because I was March. Hold on. April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months old.
So how many toasts do you have
when
to count to
the
get there?
towers fell?
Okay.
How? Okay. I have a
watching, for that one. That was a lot of news back in that time frame.
Eva, I have a riddle for you. How can I myself be around 16 and be almost 60?
Oh, you were born on a leap year.
Yes.
At Sparky's Tech.
You're the
so
first
you're
one to
a
get that.
February 29th baby, huh?
Yeah. I'm not even old enough to drink, but yes, I am.
I'll read this. It's like, Sparky, what was Meto? Has he healed yet, or is he still rocking that Donatello he been saying he in that Bo Black's
Bo
Okay.
Bobacks. Stream. Nah.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'll try to say this. Bo Black's blowback strain. Nah, that had to be out. Huh.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I got to that point. I was like, don't
Yeah,
wanna say
Sparky,
that.
you're not allowed to say that. You wanted to challenge yourself and you failed. You
Fuck
failed.
Sparky, fails at saying seashells by the seashore. I mean, come on.
Seashells,
Seashore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sparky, go ahead.
I mean, literally, one of my memes was nations of the world who hate Johnny. And I just started going United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica. Yeah. So it's just do your enunciation practices, and it's a lot easier. Because I used to suck at talking.
Well, for me, it's a little bit more difficult because it was stuff to do with how I grew up. I'm partially deaf, and I also had a lot of dental issues. And right now,
he's also partially retarded, but we
that definitely is going to affect it.
He's got an extra hole in his mouth.
I'm full retard, okay? You're not supposed to go full retard, but when you're just born that way,
I know, right?
Hey, I was not born retarded. I just fell out of a tree and landed on a pile of bricks.
Hey, I fell from the monkey bars and went all the way down and cut myself by the last rung. That was
you know what's funny? I remember when I was little, we were at a sports park climbing trees, and I remember I fell out of this tree, like straight up, like was reaching, and like back facing the ground, dropped like a good 10 feet. And I just remember seeing my brother who had his hand out and he had missed my hand. And the look of horror on his face had me literally laughing before I hit the ground and then laughing when I hit the ground, even though I couldn't move pretty much the day after.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Well, the tree I fell out of was also the ugly tree, and I hit every branch on the way down.
Hit every branch on the way down? I can believe it.
Nice.
Was it the ugly and stupid?
It was the ugly pine tree, so it had a lot of branches.
A lot of pricks too, apparently.
Yes, many a pricks. Then my mom comes running out, and I'm like, ah! My mom's like, "You idiot!" And now I am. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like all the parents back in that time frame.
Well, you're not dead yet. You don't need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
It's like my brother was telling me about the story. Right after I was born, my mom was carrying me up in her arms, and she had my brother. He was around 5, and he fell down 2 flights of stairs.
Ooh.
The old wooden stairs, and just about and he should have went to the hospital, but they didn't. I was just
what Ava said remind me of why I sent in the back office. You want to play that real quick? It's only like a minute long.
Yeah. Give me moments here. Jeez.
Give me moments. Now, damn it, now.
Look, did you want me to use some special words? Because I will.
I just.
Is it the N word?
I'm sorry.
It could be a combination of it. Yes. My card is ready to go at any goddamn time I wish to please. So be very careful.
Knitting? Is it knitting?
Knitting is a really good word.
Knitting.
Has something to do with moon crickets.
Oh, the near and
yes, those near-death experiences does happen.
Near-death.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just let you know, Ava, we do get a little bit wild here, so I hope we don't run you off too fast.
Oh, no worry. He's black and he's Native American, and I'm an asshole god. So
I'm
it
a
all
black
works out.
mix. It's BBL. So let's do this.
That's close enough.
I know, right?
Oh God. What is this?
Yoshi and Mario, two best friends forever. He tells me where to go, Yoshi and Mario. Apples colored red, they're my favorite flavor. You don't have to punch my head, please stop punching my head. I can jump so far, this pit looks real big. Wait, where are you going? He just jumped off. Yoshi left behind, discarded at the goal. Turns out that Mario is an asshole.
I don't know. Whenever Ava said that her brother was reaching out to grab her, that just reminded me of that input. I don't know why it just did.
I will give you that one there.
Oh, that was funny. That was
There we go. See, I was able to fix the things and get things to work only if I was given some time.
Are you getting? Is it me or is
it was laggy?
It's no. The this is also laggy a little.
Yeah, it was laggy.
That doesn't matter for.
Well, but it's not like we're watching anything on the screen. I mean, unless Jim's got some video clips, but even then, it's like whatever. We're listening to Jim talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we get the audio, it's flowing. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I usually kill the chat because right now we really can't kill chat. So.
But it should be coming.
About a minute.
Are you listening to something, Sparky?
Somebody's listening to something.
That would be Sparky.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We're waiting now. We're waiting now. Oh, something's happened.
Aye.
He's here.
Get away.
Oh, hey there. Hey there, sweetie squat. You want to come into Uncle Jimmy's van?
I'm not his van.
Oh, God.
Does he have another song?
Yes, and I'm listening to it.
Oh, no, it's Candyman's song.
Yeah, but we've already heard it. I'm good now.
I was going to say, he changed up the opening just a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he did. I will be right back.
You're gonna come back right soon, Grandpa?
Come back right now, baby.
I forget how. I know I'm younger than him. I think it's by about 4 years, I believe. Doesn't even matter.
I was gonna say, I know Jim's older than me by at least 7
decade
or
or
8
two.
years.
Yeah, many decades.
I was gonna say I'm almost in my 40s, so.
Well, congratulations. I passed that a while back.
No shit, old fuck.
It kind of launched past me. I'm like, what happened to the 40s? It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All right.
So what do we think Jim's got to talk about? We know he's got to talk about Donald Trump stuff and all the crying that's been happening from the other side.
I'm hoping
we already know that's a given.
Yeah, that is pretty much a solid in that one. I'm hoping it kind of covers a bit of the Johnny Somali a little bit and commentary being autistic.
Well, that's just a given.
Yeah, well, he's been kind of pulling out some other things lately.
I know I've been tagging him on Twitter.
Hi, sorry about that. I'm back. I had to get the tacos ready, and my dad is now feasting.
Nice.
Tacos.
But no. Hang on. Sparky, did you AI Meto single the Candyman? No, Pin. I've said this multiple times, Pin.
Hello, Kay. How you doing? You said it twice, which makes me wonder if you're stuck in a perpetual loop. Makes me wonder about you.
But anyways, no, I hope he talks about a couple of stuff like that. Like I said, I've tagged him a couple times about the Noah VT stuff.
Okay.
The trans individual from Germany. I know I've tagged him a couple times.
That was
and I know Arco super chat him either like $10 or $20 saying that in the beginning portions of the stream.
Okay,
so,
well, I mean, it's probably covered when he does his super chat coverage.
Yeah. Well, I know So he's not got to go do the not investigating, but he's not got to do the looking up himself. He's got to wait for somebody to do a comprehensive video.
Correct.
I know that much.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Unless it's something retarded that they can cover right away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would think that me and Gator on stream talking about it might pique his interest, but who
No.
knows?
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
So
Camilla dancing.
Yes. So we're getting closer. We're getting
I
closer.
heard you guys talking about my age earlier.
Yeah. That was
I am
you're
the
a
ancient
very
time
old rat.
old.
I mean,
I am.
you were around with the original, Dust Devil.
I was shit.
I had the sequels. I
no,
never
actually,
had the
no. I
original.
was not there when they made the manual powered one. Only the electric one. The first electric.
Yeah, the one that had the little charger station. Yeah, the white one.
I thought it was black.
They eventually came out with a black one. They started off.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know about these products because I seen pictures of
Like
them.
I said, I lived in a mining town, so we really.
Yeah,
didn't
no, I get it. I
Now,
mean,
I'm gonna say this right now: that black electronics are nice. They're appealing. I prefer them, but they retain heat way more. They absorb heat from the environment way more. So if you're gonna get electronics that are sensitive or critically
Dragon.
important, get them in white.
I mean, realistically, you know the old saying: "Once you go
Racist.
back, you don't go back." It is true.
But here's the thing about that: the white would turn yellow.
It does. That's why right now with the current DEI stuff.
Yeah, the UV
yellow
does
and white are
absolutely
pretty much the
destroy it.
same. Yeah. I love them. So how have you been doing, Dragon?
All right.
You've been chilling like a villain?
Just all right.
I'm bird farming right now.
Oh, you're farming birds? Are you culling them?
No, I'm murdering.
That's what
Well,
I said.
that's culling.
No. I'm murdering other things for the bird.
Oh.
Okay, you're feeding it. Got it. Yes. I was watching a crow.
Did I just hear Caramel Denson?
Yes, that
Yeah.
is on the Jimmy Jim side.
So Jim has a number of different remix songs. He has a couple AI covers that a couple people's made. The Candyman cover.
Yep.
He has the Camilla dancing cover with him laughing randomly in the background of it. He has the what's the other one? The
Evangelion one, and he's got
Evangelion.
And
he's got the get to it. No, what is it? Get to it, or it's his. Yeah, get to it. Yeah, get rip it. Get rip it with all of the appearances from other people just going at him, sounding stupid, mixed into the background. You got that, yeah. And then you have the Toy Story Woody's Roundup one with same way. So here's a number of different intros he goes through.
Here's his other one that we were about to hit.
Let's just go ahead and
You're
listen
picking
to
on
it.
a guy weaker than you, weren't you, Jim?
I might say it's because you're a loser who's playing to an audience of children.
I'd like to join your posse, boys, but first I'm gonna sing a little song.
Oh my god, this is fucking amazing!
Oh, just wait.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
You have a bully cabal that you have created to attack people.
All of the greatest games.
I always love games with a bully.
What else would you call it?
I'd call it the Sweetie Squad. We spread hugs and love across the internet.
That's how we got the
Bullshit.
Sweetie
You know
Squad.
that's not true. You know what you do.
What am I? Name the bully.
No.
Name the bully for Bully Hunter will help you.
Yeah, it died very
You
quickly.
don't want to build a wall. Instead, you want to use a military approach and run sorties over drug cartels.
Sure, and work with Mexico to rebuild its country. Yeah, sure. If we're going to invest money into
Yeah,
something, why not in making Mexico better so that a bunch of fucking people don't run away from that country into ours?
Is that Destiny?
Okay.
That was Destiny.
Yep, that was Destiny.
That's brilliant.
This is like
Okay,
the ultimate
as
condescending
someone who
argument
lived
from
in
somebody that's
Mexico,
never
it's
ever
fucking
been in a
retarded.
shitty position in their entire life.
Gasly is
Like, I
pretty
can't even believe
pretty
that somebody-
retarded.
I don't. You can't. Either that or you lack zero empathy or have zero intelligence.
I'm not part of your lying, doxing, harassing teenage fan club. I'm someone doing something in real life.
And I have an army of mercenary children wreaking havoc on web forums from here to hell and back.
You understand I'm a person, don't you? Do you think white people act like this? White people are meant to be polite and respectful.
Yes, white people
and
act
you
like
guys
this. I
can't
got
act
it. That
like
was
white people. It's
God love.
amazing to me.
Jim, it's people like you that need to get a bullet to the head. Because you're
bullet to the
promoting
head.
hatred,
find that
bigotry.
Is it bigotry against pedophiles? Pedophobia. It's pedophobia.
I'm sorry,
You're
what
low
did I
rent,
just hear?
low IQ trash.
Bigotry
I was
to-
100%
against
right to call you a religious bigot. It's what you and your fans are.
But as a white person who is male, you're
I
never
heard
told that
somebody
there's
say,
anything
hey,
you can do. You have no idea what it's like to be told
hey.
you're not supposed to do that. That's not the kind of job for you because the sky is the fucking limit.
What I was saying was that there's this YouTuber that I admire very much, that I used to admire, but I realized that his game is to punch down. But he always mocks people who are weak, who are small. I can't stand the big guy who bullies me,
Arcater.
tries to bully.
Well, what are you doing over there?
There is a
What's
toxicity
all this
that
then?
has
You got a
developed
license for that, like?
among gamers.
Okay.
All right. It is
I'm
actually
surprised you
it
sitting over
feels
there.
somewhat
Not
fascist
over here.
in the way it's working.
I didn't send Arthur.
How dare you not send Arcater an invite?
What?
Oh, it's Jimmy time.
Are we sure, or is he not gonna go for one more?
It's been a while. It's almost 10 minutes in.
Well, hello, fellow puddings.
It's been a while.
Oh, I hope everyth's been treating you well as we are on our little
Big,
date.
difficult, naturally. Where should I be? Here, for the most part.
Stream right now.
All right, I'll send the link.
I know the viewing number's a little lower than usual. I can only take that as an admission by the Europeans. And
Don't worry, you'll
Canadians
be
saying
getting
I
an
had to tune
invite, a
out
personal invite
because they
from
knew what was
Sparky
coming.
Kins.
Because we're going to talk about American exceptionalism, a little bit of pride in your nation, a little bit of jingoism. Is that what it's called?
Jingoism, yes.
When
Or is it
when we're all
Jangoism?
happy
I don't know
to be
anymore.
an American, when we just masturbate in front of our barbecue grill while waving a flag and shooting off fireworks and scaring the neighbors. Remember? Remember when we used to be able to be proud to be an American? When you didn't have to hang your head in shame. When people didn't teach you to be embarrassed about being proud of that. Remember when this country used to look up to people that were successful? We used to talk about how Americans did things better than everybody else and bigger than everybody else. How we had the can-do spirit to conquer outer space, the atom, and everything else. But somewhere along the lines, in the last 3 to 4 decades, that's disappeared. We've lost that innate, inert sense of what we used to be.
Oh, I heard a big. There's an Arcater.
From us.
Greetings.
Politically
Oh
correct.
God, now he's a VTuber.
Politicians
Jesus Christ.
shoving shit down our throat for 40 fucking
Yeah,
years.
that happened a couple
What
months
you now
ago.
call
I got
wokeism,
permission
which is
just
just
now.
SJWism, which is
What are you
just
expecting?
political correctness. It's a snake with
Just making
many
sure.
of its skins that have been
I was
shed.
wondering when you got the transplant, the brain went into the actual machine.
Oh, but boy, does it feel good to be
I've
back
always
on
been
course.
digitally connected.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
all.
energized. I know there's some sour pussies out
Last
there.
time
There's
I
some
saw you,
upset,
you were hanging out
upset
with an AI
motherfuckers.
trying to
Real sour grapes
get it to
bitches
work properly.
that are just seething because Trump isn't doing exactly what they want, or
I
he hasn't
tinker
done
with AI
everything they want.
constantly.
The
Watching
motherfucker's in
this
there
be
signing
surprising.
150 executive orders. You've got RFK Jr. out there teabagging the fucking pharmaceutical industry as well as our food providers. Got Homan rounding up the illegals. Kash Patel. What did he nail? 3 of the top 10 FBI's most wanted? Even Bondi's out there trying to do shit. At least they got the JFK files out. And we're like 2 months into this. The amount of
Yeah,
shit
but
that's
the
been done
JFK
is
files are
staggering.
kind of meh.
You add into that Elon and his little gaggle of tech nerds that are tackling USAID and all the abuse in our government. And you should feel some pretty good positive vibes coming your way. You should feel pretty fucking happy Because all the crazy motherfuckers, all those disparate groups that ganged up together to take down middle America and the normal people are getting their fucking teeth kicked down their throat.
Normal, jeez.
All those smug commie fuckers, all the trannies, all the minorities, all the illegal immigrants, everybody that tissed and pointed at you and said you should shut the fuck up. It's not your turn to talk anymore. It's not your turn to accomplish anymore. It's not your turn to do anymore. People have just fucking had enough. They sat down and thought, maybe I don't want to listen to a bunch of ugly fucking communists. Huh.
Why not?
When I look at the extremists on the left,
what?
when I look at these woke crazy motherfuckers that have all this power, that have created these networks that collude with one another, I notice that they're almost
I mean, the right does it
kind of
too.
perfectly
really.
described by saying that they're the enemy of normality, the enemy of the attractive, of beautiful, of normal, of good-looking and decent.
Yeah,
they're
but most of the
dysgenic,
people who
hunchback
are like
fucking
that
freaks that
usually
wear
land on
dresses.
the left.
They're obese and pockmarked and ugly. They need to go back in
I
the
wonder if
ugly
Noah
cave.
has ever heard of
Because the
Meto.
normal people
That'd be a
have kind of
trick.
had enough.
Question.
Maybe just had enough. Maybe we're just kind of fucking tired of people telling us that our sons need to wear dresses and get fucked by pedophiles. Maybe that was a bridge too far. Maybe that's why the Department of Education needs to burn to the ground. That or 60% of its staffing is in administration, and then teachers wonder why they make $30,000 a year when the asshole above you gets $100,000. Well, maybe if you got rid of the motherfucker that's taking all that money and creating jobs for no reason, and busy work for no reason, you'd be getting paid better. And in return, I wouldn't have to listen to the most absurd shit.
No, he's still going to do
Maybe
that.
we got sick of, I don't know, sexualized books to the point of absurdity. Why does a kindergartner need to know how to give a blowjob? I can't figure it out. Can you? And I know you think that's hyperbole. You think
I
that's
can
an
figure it out.
over-exaggeration.
Not
It's not. It reached that point. How many community
Not in the
meetings
way
and
where I
town
don't take
halls
a
do you
blender
need
to
to
my
watch
brain?
on fucking C-SPAN?
Yeah, I
where
see what they're trying to do
parent is
here.
screaming and
That's
red in the face,
sort of
foaming
figuring
at
it
the
out.
mouth
Yeah.
because they can't
Yeah.
stand it anymore. Because it feels like sanity just disappeared.
The wood chipper hungers.
Well, those days are done.
What happened to Sparky?
Oh, we're
He's
going to take a
somewhere.
look at
He-
a
he
few of
will
the
be
groups that
back.
are most affected by the changes. Most affected so far.
He's in the list. Keep in
Talk
mind
about
that
what that
this
might
thing
mean
is
for us.
only
Before we
holds
get
up
into
to
it,
a
I know I
certain
should
amount of
address the
people in the
price of
list. That
eggs.
could,
Oh, God.
change about.
Have you ever noticed, too,
Yeah,
and
he's
I
here.
want you to take a moment to think about this, because I've noticed this a lot, especially over the last few years. Anytime someone on the right comes up with something that is
He says he's
successfully
here.
funny, the left will co-opt it within weeks and then try to make it sound like that was their original talking point after all.
Has about
Perfect
5 that
example is eggs.
showcases and it changes over.
Everybody's talking about the economy not
That
being
Jim
able
Max
to
is
afford
missing.
groceries.
Where's
This
Jim
was going
Max?
into the election
I
during debates,
disappeared
even a
into
little
the
after
ether.
the election.
Yes.
Talking about Bidenomics.
Well, you're still here.
How he didn't
so-
have middle
Yeah,
America at heart.
Is
Normal
that
people
not-
were getting fucked. And
He just
nobody could
realized
afford
about
anything.
the roster.
And one of the highlights of that
Okay,
when he
yeah,
talked
it's
about the
just
cost of living was
circlet.
eggs, because it was
Yeah,
ridiculous, the
I
prices
mean,
and
if I
the
go to
inflation that
this
went with
one,
that.
then it kind of does that.
And it was very
Gotcha,
potent.
gotcha. No,
You had
it
people on
was.
MSNBC like Joe Scarborough talking about how his maid did his grocery shopping for him. Talk about how
I'm
disconnected you
everywhere,
are.
nowhere.
This has been a
It's
very
like-
Imagine
good
you
day.
can't.
Hold
You
on.
could barely make
Oh,
fucking.
by the way, greetings,
You
Drakeneth.
could barely buy
And
groceries. You're
everyone in
barely
general,
holding
for that
up.
matter.
Feeling like you've been
I
abandoned by
I
everyone.
mad it all the time. but I
Here
make
comes
everybody
Joe
else mad
fucking
more.
Scarborough,
Yeah,
the woman
I'll
strangler
introduce you and
himself.
Ava during
Look
the
it up.
break.
Wikipedia that. Give it a
I
Google
saw
search
shit
after the
from
stream.
Oakley's.
You'll see what I'm talking. Why would
On
he
my
say Joe
own
Scarborough
server,
strangled a woman? Joe
Ooh.
Scarborough killed hookers? I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying Google it. Anyway, why? Here comes this guy
Not surprising.
on television, and he actually has. It's just so absurd. It's so surreal. Oh, well, I didn't know that butter and eggs were that price. My maid never told me. My maid never informed me. It reminds me of when McDonald's tried to teach people how to budget, and they said, "Oh,
Jeez,
well, you know,
how much are
after you
eggs?"
pay your au pair,
It's down to
my
around
au
280
pair.
again.
What the
Thank
fuck
you,
are you
Steve.
talking about? My au pair is a
My
10-year-old
retarded butler,
babysitter down
everybody.
the street, and I hope that he can pay enough attention to my fucking toddler because I strapped a fucking Game Boy Advance to it
Nice.
Oh,
that
God.
it doesn't wander into a lake and drown. My au pair. But there's Joe Scarborough on television, just like McDonald's, that disconnected, that out of touch. Oh, wow. My maid never really informed me of the price of butter and eggs. I was unaware.
I mean, it sounds normal.
But it was effective. Really resonated with people.
Bill
Really
Gates.
helped to highlight things. Not going to go more into detail about how Biden had a bunch of fucking chickens killed, and that affected egg prices even more. That's not the point, though. The point is, within weeks,
that was the Department of
they saw that was
Agriculture.
effective. It was a good argument, and what do you know? They turn around and they start to use it.
Could
People
I
make fun and they say the
possibly
left can't
impose upon
meme.
someone to send me
That's the truth. They
a
just
link to
hijack
wherever
co-op
else it might be
steal.
streaming?
They imitate. They don't innovate. They can't
Besides
create.
X?
They destroy.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
what they're
could do
built
that.
around.
Give me a moment.
And so now what do you see?
Yeah,
Them
my
bitching
channel,
about
AI
eggs. Of course, they stopped doing that once the egg
I
prices
did
dropped
say
to about
guys,
half of what
in
they
a
were
moment
before.
there, Sparky, give me moments.
But no, I see. I
right
know
here.
Trump hasn't done
I just
everything
wanna give you
everybody
the
wants. But holy shit, has he
No,
done a
right?
lot.
Jeez.
I dare you to name
Where
another president
is
that's
my
even come
Discord
close to the amount of
here?
shit that he's
Where
done.
is Arcado in my
I can't
list?
remember the last time a politician even came close to keeping their word on anything. I expected he would get into a second term, talk
you
a little
are.
bit of shit, have some funny banter, and that would be it.
Send you the link
Of
behind the
course,
scenes.
they had to take a shot at him. Now, I truly believe
There you
when
are,
they
Key.
tried to blow his fucking
Thank you.
head off
Welcome.
after smearing him and suing him and trying to jail him, that he finally just fucking had enough. And he decided, you know what? I'm just going to do what I said I'm going to do, and let's see what happens. And so we finally got a politician that did. But I dare you to name me anybody that comes close to that. You remember Barack Obama, the black young hope? Everybody said he was a young black Kennedy. He was going to come in and get rid of the Patriot Act. He was going to shut down Gitmo, stop government overreach, stop overspending. Oh, we had a mandate from the people.
Patriot
Does
Act
that
is
sound
still
familiar?
around even under Trump.
Had the entirety of the House and Senate. Everybody was on his side.
everything
Oh, it was all
moved
looking
like
good.
Kennedy,
Almost
too.
responsible for
Did nothing.
deporting
Didn't keep a
3.1
single
million
solitary fucking word.
immigrants and more drone strikes than
So,
any
no, I'm
other
impressed
president in history.
Yeah, I know.
I'm impressed with what he did. He put together
Yeah.
a team. A team of people that have been probably, I don't know, ritualistically fucked with by the political establishment of both the left and the right for the last couple of decades. Got Tulsi Gabbard, fucking RFK, Elon Musk.
There you are.
We've got all these people that
Greetings.
everybody fucking shit on relentlessly. I mean, he tried to onboard. I mean, we've got fucking Ron Paul piping in. He's all happy and shit, hoping the Fed's going to burn to the ground. Hell, he even had Bernie Sanders considering it for a minute until he remembered that he was owned by pharmaceutical companies and decided that he couldn't play along. I didn't take any big donations. I just took 1 million little donations. That's totally different. What do you mean I'm owned by Viagra? This erection is natural. That erection's not natural.
I mean,
Bernie.
I do need to make a
Take
call
it
to
those
the
little
doctor. It
pills. That's how
has
you monitor
lasted for
18
17
summer
hours, but
Well, he
coming
does
to
have
you
a
again.
bone in his heart, so he's
I'm
got to
coming
watch
to you
it.
once more to ask you again.
Bernie is a
Buy me a
colossal
summer
dick,
home.
so we're more than that.
Well, he is
not
hanging out
fun,
with
not
AOC, so he's got to
Bernie
catch up with the young'uns.
No. We got to cheer up. We got to have a little hype, a little fucking
it
positive
reminds
energy
me
going
of
into
that
this shit.
that meme. Hello, fellow
I'm
youth.
I'm
Yeah,
fucked
pretty
medically.
fellow
I'm sick
kids.
as shit. I'm going to be dying. And I can't tell you how ecstatic I am watching the
I
shit I've seen
forget
over the
what
last couple of months. Made it
um,
totally worth crawling
I
this
know it
far.
was Dushimi that was in it. I forget what the
Oh, I
series
got a
was.
big fucking smile on my face. You should feel
That was
fucking
another
excited. I don't
movie?
think you even realize what you're on the
No,
precipice
I
of.
thought it was an actual
What's
TV
waiting
show because
for
Dushimi
you?
was going into TV shows.
All right, I have all these
might have
people
been it.
talking about where's America going to go. We're looking at a renaissance. If you have people in charge of the government cutting out waste, fraud, and
Aren't we all?
abuse, getting rid of the bullshit and the red tape and the bureaucracies that have always held back society, and at the same time, you introduce monumentally, earth-shatteringly new technologies and ways to
30
create them,
Rock.
and then you center that in your country, the kids that are growing up are not going to get fucked like the millennials did, or Gen X did, or the Zoomers did.
Zoom zoom.
They're going to have
Fucked
industries
up in
built
whole new
around
ways.
shit like VR, AR, robotics, drone tech,
Zoom, zoom,
fucking
motherfucker.
space exploration.
But
And they're
Jimmy,
going to
it's
have
still going to go.
the
You
opportunity
can't stop
to get
it.
filthy fucking rich off of it, to find good paying jobs.
Make an AI
Because all
version
the
of you,
bullshit
man.
that would have
I know,
strangled them to
right?
death won't be in their way for once.
By
We're
the way,
just downloading
Sparky,
his
thank you
memory.
again
Oh,
for
it's
the
looking
AI
rosy.
voice of me singing.
It's looking
Welcome
good.
to the internet. It was
When you
very
look at the
inspiring.
polls,
It's all
you
good.
talk to the average person across political lines. whether they identify as a
It was
right-winger, a
catchy, though.
left-winger, an independent. And granted, you'll have the hardcores of every faction
I think
that
character
are
version is keep with
stalwart
it.
and they won't budge. But the majority of your average Americans are on board with the majority of shit
Still
that's
can't
going
get
on.
Go Power Rangers.
No, I don't
It
want a
still
bunch
doesn't
of
like
criminal
the-
illegal
the hard
aliens.
metal
Yeah,
rock.
No, I
I'd
don't want a
agree with
bunch of
that. There's a
crazy
few
sex
things that
ideology.
I don't
No,
agree
I don't
with
want to
with
get
what Trump's
fucked
doing,
on my
but
taxes.
I'd say
Yes, I think
most
getting rid of corruption makes
everything he's
total
doing
fucking
is
sense.
being
Yeah, I'd like to be able to
people.
breathe and keep my head
Have you
above
tried
water.
using
I
the
want my
movie
kid to
version?
go to a good school. I don't want to live in a
Yeah,
narco
I've
tyranny.
done it.
I want criminals to be punished and
surprised the movie
prosecuted.
version isn't easier.
Yeah, fix the fucking
No,
DAs,
it's
fix
because
the,
of the overlay.
judges, get our
Yeah,
goddamn
so-
criminal justice system functioning again. Get the DOJ and everybody else doing something again. Stop
Yeah,
giving
no,
a
there's
protection,
things that Trump's
a
messing
blanket
up on,
of
but for the
protection
most part,
to these
I'm
corrupt fucking
driving with it.
bureaucrats. Why are politicians walking
He's
into
a
a political
50-50 at the
career
moment.
with a bank account that reads $30,000 and leaving with one that
Listen,
says
Medicare.
$250 million?
The DOG
When their
has been
fucking
very active
salary is
doing
$200,000 a
many
year.
things. It's
Yeah,
just
that is
they're all
absurd. That's fucking
useless and
crazy.
horrible.
Why are people able to become rich following Nancy Pelosi on the stock market? Probably because that bitch is corrupt as you get.
Oh my
And it's
God,
not
yeah.
just
Nancy
left-wingers either. I'm
Pelosi
looking
is
at
such
your
an
ass, Mitch
inside trader.
McConnell,
It's
worth
fucking ridiculous.
$90 million.
She's a crypto
They
now.
are-
You
Did you hear?
turtle-looking fuck. Nobody's paying
They're
you to give
all
speeches.
such inside traders.
You talk like
It's
Mr. fucking
disgusting,
Magoo.
and
He's like a
there's
sex
a
abuse
reckoning
victim.
that
Have you
is
ever
long
seen,
overdue.
like Mitch McConnell is either
I
being
actually do
ritualistically
need to
beaten
look
with
up.
bats or
There's a
falling
bill
down the
that
stairs
passed the
because
House of
Alzheimer's is kicking
Representatives.
in.
It's in the Senate,
Nobody's paying
but
him
it
to
is
give
a
a speech.
ban on
He doesn't
all
even know where the
congressional
fuck he is half the
representatives
time.
from
You thought Joe
engaging
Biden
in
was
the
bad
stock
with
market.
dementia. Look at Mitch
I don't think
McConnell.
it's going to go too far.
Black eyes.
Crenshaw
Fucking
2.0
neck
became
braces.
2.0.
I didn't think it was going to pass
Hey,
the
Mitch,
House,
what
and it
day of
did.
the week it is?
And I would
When
say that
stares
it's
off
harder
into
for
the
things to pass the
horizon.
House than it is
Maybe
for
if
things
you
to pass
wave
the
some
Senate.
money at him, he might pop up.
That is
You
true,
know?
Metro.
But
Very true,
fuck,
Metro.
fuck all
indeed.
these people, all this corruption, all this shit. I just wanted to go over some of it, just to look
A
at some.
big
I
club
think,
we are
too,
not in.
what we're going to see kind of happen here is there's going to be a period of about a year or two of deprogramming, and that's for everybody. This isn't just targeted at one.
You only have 100 days there.
But real, honest,
Jimmy
legitimate
boy, after
deprogramming,
that,
like
everything
you would
goes
see
back
with
to
somebody that
norm.
comes out of a cult. I think as the American people
a-
kind of come out of this,
That is
they're going to say,
excessively pessimistic, I
yeah,
would
why the
say.
fuck couldn't we
Well,
take care of government
it's
corruption?
happened before.
Remember, we were sold on the lie of
As
not
a
being able
former
to deal
government-
with this.
Yes.
Because government's just too
Uh,
big.
you-
I'm
Bureaucracy's
Every
skeptical
too
president
because
has
dog.
about 100 days
We
before
need
things
this in
kind of go back
place.
to norm.
Oh my God, we'll get to it someday, but other things are more important. And then we find out,
And Trump's got a
even
big
deeper.
I'm
list.
And
concerned
then
you
people are
might
gonna
be
be
right.
asked to square that. They're going to be asked to reconcile.
He's
Why
got
is
50
that?
more days.
Why did I believe
Since
for
Trump
so
himself
long that it was
said,
impossible to do
quote,
this?
I only have
When you find
100
out,
days
yeah, absolutely, it is
to
possible.
get this stuff
Then they're
figured
going to
out.
start to think back on other things.
Yep.
Like too big
Pretty
to
much.
fail. Remember that? With the
And then I looked
2008
into it, going,
housing
why did he
crisis.
do
Remember,
the
he
100
also said
days?
he'd
And I'm
end
like,
both
Banks
yeah,
were
wars
getting
day
bailed
one,
out. We
and
had
that
to
didn't
bail the
happen.
banks out. They're just,
Yeah.
it's too big to fail. We can't let them go under. Have to give them money. You don't understand. It's just like
You know what?
government
I'm going to
being
say you
corrupt.
are
We have
right.
to let that happen.
But it's
Well,
not
did
just
we?
him who's figuring
Did
this
we
all
truly
out
have to do that?
in 100
Can we
days.
just let them
Oh,
burn?
for sure.
Fuck 'em?
For sure. And
Is
I'm
that
going to let you
possible?
know,
Is that
too,
is
like,
that a
if
maybe?
Trump keeps, like, if he listens to his
You know, all this-
cabinet,
this
we could see
really
some serious
extremist,
progress.
crazy shit that's
Could,
going on,
but
especially in
I would
education,
say if he
which is
doesn't
like the
listen to his
focal
cabinet,
point.
we might see
You know, when I
even
did
more.
Tumblrisms
True.
15 years
I
ago.
mean,
God, it's been 15
you also have to keep
fucking years.
remember
No,
you
it
guys
wouldn't,
have
because
that.
so far,
I was
every
putting
time
those
he hasn't
videos out.
listened to his cabinet,
You know, one of my
he's
main
been struck
theories,
down
and one of the
by
things that I would put forward
federal
to the audience
judges,
when I
appeal
did these
judges, and
episodes
even Supreme Court.
was that a
Like,
lot of
he
this
needs to listen to the
mind
people who
rot
know how to navigate the
that
system
was
so
happening
he can fix
in
the system.
America.
You can't
Well,
just
he
use corruption to fix
Conversely,
corruption.
last time
From
we listened to his
college.
council, they
They'd
were
go through
mostly
college to
vipers
get
who
a
stabbed
degree.
him right in the
They'd
back.
be indoctrinated.
And
And then sent out into the
really
workforce
sabotaging
to
efforts.
spread this fucking
Ostensibly,
plague.
he's learned
All these
since last
typhoid
time,
Marys.
and that's good.
All these
It might
woke
be a bit
Marys.
better better on that point.
Going out there and
I
goofing
still
all over
would
everybody.
not
The
necessarily
next thing you
tell
know,
them to
you've got a
listen to
fucking
the people who
epidemic
scoff.
on your hands.
I don't trust JD Vance.
I don't trust
Education
JD
is
Vance.
ground
I don't
Yeah.
trust any clear politician.
I also don't trust JD Vance. That's fair. I'm sorry. Out of nowhere, I do not trust JD Vance.
I'm a Canadian in this group, and I look at what you guys have over there, and I kind of go, wow. Out of all the people that he could have picked, he picked a Viper that
relegated to a much
was a
smaller
never
size.
Trumper who just happened to change
Yeah,
his mind.
I know. That's the
Oh my
thing.
God,
Like,
what are we gonna do? The
like
kids are
just
gonna be,
because he changed his mind, he did say
lost.
the
They won't be able
words
to
that
pass.
Trump
First
is
off, no
America's
kids
Hitler.
fucking
Yeah.
I
this day and
have
age.
a
Let's be
problem with
honest. What,
anyone
our
who
literacy
decides
rates
to
are
use language
20%?
that extreme, even if
They
they
don't know
walk
multiplication. They don't know the times tables.
Well, he was trying to
Everybody's
call
using their
JD
phone and
Wentworth
an
and
app
not
to do
JD
everything.
Vance, and kind of got,
Wikipedia
he
writes
forgot
all your papers, and now AI
8776
does it.
now.
Yeah.
So
Indeed, Trump
But
cannot
no,
rod
it's
Yeah,
kids to get things done, but he
So
can.
wait,
They got their
wait,
fucking
the
education.
PP pick was
They went to
was
college. Things
a
didn't
tongue
explode. They weren't on
flub by
fire.
Donald
States
Trump. He had a
managed.
brain fart.
Yes.
I don't need a,
To
400,000
clarify what
bureaucrats
Metro
getting
just
paid
said,
$100,000
I
a
think
year to
he
talk
can
about
trust people who
talking.
know the system. What he can't
So they can come
trust
to
is
a
anyone who's
consensus on how best to get my
part
6-year-old
of the
son to
system.
put a dress on. So the
50-50.
pedophile teacher
He's got to
can
be extra
fucking,
careful who he trusts within the system.
I think I can give that a hard pass.
I think he has a better chance of trusting Bernie Sanders than he does,
Jimmy's all energized.
AOC.
Ooh, feeling awake over
Well,
there.
yes, but
I
that's
don't,
an
it
incredibly low
depends on
bar.
folks.
it depends on whether
are
AOC
too.
is sober.
Yeah, and
As
here's
we-
the thing:
as
like
we get
Bernie
into
Sanders
this,
was
let's
willing to
get
give
into
things
this.
a
Let's talk
shot
about things. Before I
until
do that, I
Donald
need to
Trump
be a
kind of
whore.
started acting like a crazy
Dirty
person.
little slut.
Yep.
Like again,
Oh,
as long
Jimmy
as
boy's
like
over
as
here
long
being
as
a
there's
dirty
somebody
little
who can
filthy
keep
whore.
the little bit
have
like
an
the
OnlyFans I
New
can
York
chill.
businessman.
Wouldn't
Like
that
Trump
be a little
Gaza, I'm
naked
sorry, that's
pudding
an
with it?
absolute
With a hat
asinine
on?
Yeah, I
idea.
know.
See the hat come off, you fucking slut.
Yeah, you're right. He was bent
Instead of
over,
that
bent over
merchandise,
pretty good, and he took it.
What's your Shopify.com. New merchandise available.
He kind of
Biggest
went on
Quad
to his
Vantage is a
rant
nice little
for the
wink to the
opening
Candyman.
kind of coverage.
Mars is Ours
Yeah, it
Manifest
was just all
Destiny,
over
and
the
my
place.
personal favorite, Brutal Americanism, which we'll get into
Oh,
later.
Mars is ours.
I love that.
Yeah.
This was
Is
meant to
that
be an
a
insult,
is
by
that
the way,
a
levied at us by
Mars is
Europeans
L
and Canadians.
is that a mouse pad?
Oh
No,
my
that's
God,
a
the
t-shirt.
Americans are so
That's a
brutal
shirt.
now. We can't trust.
That's
You're
the shirt.
fucking right, we are.
I mean,
Weak,
technically, you can get
pathetic
that
little fuckers.
the image.
You know what your future
you
is?
know,
It's an
put it on
American
a
boot
mouse pad.
stomping on your fucking
I
neck.
am seriously thinking
You're
about
goddamn
making
right,
a
we're
limited
brutal.
edition of Eva Smug
Oh,
mugs.
Welcome the American
go for
Empire. We're gonna make you little bitches our colonies.
I can generate
What are you
custom
gonna do
models
about
of
it? Not a
absolutely
fucking thing.
anything.
Oh, you're gonna cry
Just don't
about
forget
England?
Tide Pod Earth
Oh.
Theory.
Yes.
You can't even
yes.
go to
Eva,
sport.
I thought you didn't like
Okay,
being
how are you
on
gonna stop
mugs
us?
or
You can send over
jaws.
just a handful of
Look,
Marines to take
there's
your
a
asses
point
over.
in time when you kind
Mugs
of go
are
the
fine
Ask
because
all
they
your
don't have
immigrants to
lids.
protect you.
Jars
They're too
not so
busy
much.
eating fucking
I'm
rats.
okay
I
with
don't
being
know
on
what
jars
they cook in
and
that
mugs
street
for the
food over
record.
there.
If he wants me on a jar and mug,
Goddamn right.
I'm
Welcome to the
it's-
era
I'm
of brutal
absolutely gay.
Americanism.
I'm okay with
It's
being on
inside
jars,
joke.
but only if they hold
Anyway, that's over.
bacon large.
Medicare.myshopify.com.
Look, once
Get
my
10%
face
off if
is
you're
on a
new
jar
on your
or
total
mug, what you
purchase.
put in it is your
Or just
business.
buy a bunch of
As
shit
long
'cause
as you
I'm
paid
money
me,
poor.
I don't care.
Nope, it
I'm
has to
going
have
to
bacon lard when it comes.
shirt.
I'm sorry.
All right.
So you don't care what it's
I've got
in there.
really great
So
titles
as
for
long
all
as you were
these.
paid.
I
Got it.
literally
And
labeled this
furthermore,
one.
I also
Oh,
don't want to
Trump.
know
Sorry, I
what
had
you
to
I
put
wanted
in
to
my
call
there.
hair.
it maybe Trouble in Troontown, but I thought that's great alliteration. But the title might be a little too long to fit in OBS.
Shit.
So instead of
Oh,
Trouble
it
in
looks like
Troontown, I went
my
with Train
DM
Trouble.
for
Just,
a
cut to right to the point.
D&D campaign I'm planning to play is here, so I'm going
So
to
how
have
are
to go.
trans
All right, you have a good one.
All good.
barbecue
Thank you for
people
stopping
doing?
by, Ava.
Nice to
Peace.
meet
Oh,
you.
it
Thank
must
you very
ever
much
so
for
I
sweetly.
having me.
hear they're all fleeing
Bye-bye.
the country.
She flaps you
I know
away.
the moment Trump took over, Project 2025 went into
Okay.
effect, and we started
She's
those
still here.
concentration camps.
I hate your ears.
And she's
I've
gone.
personally been very
Jim
busy
actually
meeting a lot
back.
of liberals up here in
Oh,
Minnesota.
where
Can't
was
tell you
I?
how many people
Where
I
am
put
I?
into an oven.
Who are you? Get off my lawn.
Get in the oven.
Suppose most
I'm
of you
sorry.
know I'm not a huge
Project
elf fan,
2025,
so
it's a
that
dic-
was
it's
poisoning
been dictated to me by
Jeez,
the government. I have
it was
no
nice. It was
say
weird.
in
I thought
this.
I was the only one that was
You live your
allowed to,
best life
be the demon.
as I put this oven
Jeez.
to the temperature to cook a pizza.
Let's do some.
I'm
rearrangements
really
here.
sorry.
There you go.
Oh God, I hope
Also,
your pretty
thank you
makeup
for
stays
inviting
on
me,
as I
even
cook you
fleeting
live.
by sheer chance. I appreciate it.
Yes.
That's
No.
all good.
Tranny trouble going on here, folks.
I usually Sparky's the one that does most of the invites. He
they've
usually
not been
invites a
taking
lot
it
of
well,
weird people.
Would be a good way to
Like-
put it.
And you left
I mean,
me out
also-
Sparky until now, really?
Just
I mean,
I,
It's
This
all
is
Marky's
radically
fault.
different
I always
news,
ask the
by way.
question,
It's actually
hey,
quite
where's
interesting
Arcana?
to me.
I've asked
Just
a
a
couple
few years
times.
ago.
And
Just
He's like, ah, we
few
don't
years
need him
ago.
here.
You have
No,
somebody like,
he's
oh, I don't
whenever
know.
He's
we've
like,
done
oh
that,
no,
he's also
oh,
screaming.
Keffels! There we
Be able
go.
to basically
God.
snap their little truny fingers and
Yeah,
remove
Keffels is
anybody
back.
from the internet.
Better
It's
late
the
than never.
pedo
I'm
in
Yeah,
not
chief.
angrier,
They had
but
people
Keffels is
they knew at different
stunningly
social media
awful.
platforms that gave them a
Oh,
back
when do you
channel
see
to
Keffels
deal with anybody that had
2.0? Now
any
a
criticism
VP.
whatsoever. Whether that was legitimate or
Oh
just
no,
mean
he says, I
jokes,
know, right? Jeez.
didn't matter.
Honestly, Keffels
Keffels said
2.0.
go, you were
1.0 is
gone.
bad enough.
They were particularly fond of
There
using
shouldn't be a
this
2.0.
superpower.
Make it
Well,
stop.
this version of
Twitter.
Keffels
There
is
is.
trying to
So
stay
a lot
out
of
of the
people got
drama
fucked
now.
with. Destiny got fucked with. Josh from Kiwi Farms got fucked with. I got fucked with by Keffels because they would brigade. They'd use their connections to people in the Twitter
Twatters.
reverse
All about the
employees in the back
twatters.
channel.
Mm-hmm.
They have
Oh, I
things
see the dragon found
I
his.
mean, who is Keffels? Keffels is a
Chef.
lying drug addict that scams
What's
people
that?
out of $100,000 to take to
Who is that
European
handsome
vacations so they
feller?
could shoot crank.
That is
what
Dragon,
Keffels is.
and the other one
And they
is
destroyed about
Arcater.
20 people's careers.
If you're talking about the people
because
on
they
the
were asking questions about
right-hand side,
brewing
okay.
up
If you're talking about the
Troonshine and giving it
main
to kids.
screen, that's a good way to
Look,
get
I can
banned from
switch to
chat.
live
But let me
cam,
ask you
but I
this.
require
From
time
the
to
height of
prepare.
power and making $100,000
I'm
and
not
having news articles left and right
in the
being
best.
heralded as the next
Well,
fucking
I am the
morning
asshole
star,
god,
shining a
Gemax,
light on the
but, you know,
darkness
hey.
of neo-Nazism on the internet. Where the fuck is Keffels now?
I platonically love you all regardless.
That's right. They're doing
Yeah,
streams to
there
about
you go.
10 people. That's where Keffels is now.
Yeah.
How much money is Keffels?
Yeah.
Are they making $100,000 every day? Every month? Every year? Oh no, they're making about $1.50.
Well, they still
It's
have
over.
100K that's
There's
unaccounted
never
for.
going to be another opportunity
I'm
for
pretty
Keffels
sure
to
she
be
blew that in
Keffels
Coke.
again.
I
There's no
don't
training
know
in
because
this.
they're
You
technically
don't get to talk
living
about how much
in
you love
Italy.
sucking dick and then get to destroy people just because you got a little
Oh yeah,
cum
that
on your chin.
definitely.
Oh, those days are done.
It kind of
That
questionable
power has
because
been
you get some cheap
usurped, my
Coke over
friend.
there.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I still regret
no.
watching that fart video of his. Ooh.
Why would you?
Really,
Why would you
just
make
take
yourself
a
suffer
moment.
like
Think
that?
about it. You know, when you talk about
We
percentages
all
of
make very
population, I know a lot
questionable
of people like
decisions
to
in
make
life,
jokes
I
about
think.
1350.
That
Let's
is one of
talk
the most
about
questionable
what
decisions that somebody
transsexuals
would
are
have
as
to
far
make.
as a population percentage. They're like
They're
what,
all
1%?
questionable.
A
Some more
percent of a
questionable than
percent?
others.
And the power they wield
These
is
things
ungodly. Holidays dedicated to them, policies dedicated to them, government protections given to them, back channels through all the different corporations, fucking companies that you wouldn't think would have anything to do with it. Sony doing fucking backwards
still there.
somersaults to bend over to have a trans flag and whatever the fuck product they're going to put out.
Someone
Fucking
needs
Halo,
to, if they're
branded
watching
with-
this, and
well,
they
you know, when I'm
know
killing
Noah
covenant
needs to
enemies in
send
outer
this
space, I really
medical
like
stream
them to
Noah
know
so they can freak the fuck out.
that
I know,
my
right?
pronouns are they, them. That's
Yeah,
super
no,
important to
I
the
know, true.
hostile, xenophobic alien race that
I
wants
guess.
to genocide humanity. That they don't accidentally misgender me in multiplayer. Ludicrous.
No, you can't allow to do that.
You know, I did
Dragon.
a video. I'd say the video was probably about 8 years ago, talking about the slip and slide, saying, you know, there's the slip and slide, or the slippery slope fallacy, right?
Yes.
God, I remember. Jesus Christ, you remember
If
Redditors
you go too
used
far
to
one
love
way, you end
games,
up with a
Wikipedia
problem. You
to
go too
argue
far the other way,
fallacies.
you end
Anyway.
up with a problem.
And I argued, you know, I talked about that, and I said, well, what if you encounter a situation where that actually happens? Where you keep getting more and more extreme in the grantings of permissions and rights that you give different groups till you find yourself in an untenable and unpleasant situation. Where you go from a society that was largely heteronormative and had straight marriage and didn't really recognize any deviation from that sexually, to one that suddenly allowed gay rights and then gay marriage, and then started to expand on the LGBT. And then what do you know? What do you got next? You've got trans rights everywhere. And of course the speculation was, well, if it keeps going, where's it going to go? It'll go to maps, it'll go to pedophilia.
Still going that way.
I don't think people realize how fucking close we were. How close we were to completely going off the edge of just pure insanity. Of the doublethink possible by these fucking communists. Oh, it feels good to say that again, by the way. As an aside, I hope we go back to a 50s mentality. I want to be able to say fuck hippies and fuck commies. Oh, God, that's some big dick American energy. Give me that again.
That is a loud chair.
Dirty fucking hippies, dirty
Yeah,
fucking
I think it's
commies.
Dragon.
Yeah, it's
Go
me.
back to that.
Tap it.
But as far
It's
as the slippery
struggling to
slope
stay
goes,
together.
you become more permissive as a
That's 'cause
society,
his ass
and it
is so
becomes harder
fat
and
that it's
harder
hard
to
to keep
pull
up.
back from where you're
No, I
headed.
just like leaning back too
And
much
we
in
were
the chair. I
so
don't like it.
close.
Mm.
You had schools.
So my
that
answer
basically
to
had
that
set
was
rules
correct.
and
Got it. Thank you.
local laws in place that said that not only could they transition your child, no matter what their age was, but they could do it without your permission, and more than that, without your knowledge. Your little Timmy,
no, he should have
You're
as a
right.
sent it
6-year-old going to
over
his
in the 4
elementary
years.
school,
We
might come
can
back as a
zoom back.
Cynthia
Yeah, over the
5
edge.
months
Yeah.
later, and you have no idea what the fuck happened.
I
Because the
give you
progressive
2 years, and
lesbian
you guys will be zooming back over the
482-pound
edge.
teacher
Zoom, zoom.
with 3 colors of hair decided they wanted to do that, you've got to live with it. And then if you fight back, you're going to go to jail. God, we were close. Oh, Lord have mercy, were we close. But what I've been enjoying, as we've had this transition. Oh, we took that word back. It's our word now, trannies. Transition. So we've had this transition in America as we start to come back to rationality. You're starting to see, these
at a time like this, what chafes me most
flee to certain areas to kind of create little
me.
walled-off bulwarks against it. And I'm loving watching them, especially go to places like Vermont and New Hampshire.
If anyone's watching this on Twitter,
very white, very rich areas that didn't have a lot of diversity. They like to do.
I mean, people can watch it on Twitter. I have it paired.
I love helping inner city kids, but
I used to think very poorly of Miss Medicare.
You know that?
When he was internet aristocrat.
So now you got them
not like internet aristocrat. Medicare
and these
is
motherfuckers are basically going to learn what it was like for everybody else.
I still have an irrational
really good example of that was what happened.
Hey, I used to be there.
Yeah. The funny thing is, they're one and the same. You have to go back to Jim 81 Jim to actually see the true evolution.
Because, they were
they're all the same.
death by, again, the fascist
They are.
Project 2025. Now, I know we've seen hysterical clips over the years.
Same creature, different time.
Insane leftists.
Yeah, different.
And you can choose whatever term you want.
I can agree with you on that portion. Different time point, but it is the evolutionary of the creature. Jim is pretty much cultivated because even Medicare, the original Medicare, is dead.
Council meeting.
This is a new version of it.
Worcester gets together to decide: are we gonna become?
But yeah, no,
is that what we're gonna become?
Evolved
So
and
let's
improved,
watch that together.
and
I want
I
to give you a
both
little feel for
appreciate
what's
and
going on
respect.
out there.
Yep.
Worcester.
Well, I took dying from
I
cancer.
can't say it right. I can't do
Variable power levels. Yes, it is. It is.
But yeah,
I can't.
If anyone,
9,000.
does anyone on Twitter watching?
I can't do the voices.
We have a couple people watching on Twitter.
I blame all my
If you do,
pills.
take
Maybe
this,
I could've done it
not
when I
our
wasn't
stream,
just
not
fucked
our
up my
stream,
goofballs.
but
I don't know.
Mr. Medica's
Well, let's
stream
take a
right
look
now.
at,
Tweet it on
Worcester
Twitter
City
and
Council.
tag
Let's see how this is going.
VT, NYARAVT,
Let's see if this insanity is forced on them
and
for
I
their,
just wish
sanctuary
they melt
city.
the fuck
I
down.
need the city to protect me.
Modern
because
AI.
the federal
Oh
government
my
is
God.
And if you think
What? We
you're
covered
afraid
this.
of
What the fuck is that?
We covered this.
Wait,
Jim.
wait.
I know, but it still just shocks the shit out of me every time I see it.
Hold up.
Can we
Well,
move
They
on
actually
here?
showed up like that?
Listen,
female,
Yes.
which is
Hey, Rambo,
there's
almost
worse.
a rarity.
Nazis are
There's
putting you in
worse.
ovens.
There,
But I got like a
the clown
4:30
show
dead
was
still going,
hilarious.
so can we
We
hurry the
covered
fuck
this
up here?
a while back. I want to say.
Oh, wait.
It's like
Stop,
the one
stop,
guy
stop.
on the council who has no interest in this shit. Okay, you Looney Tunes. I get it. Daffy Duck's coming after you with an axe or something. You need Bugs Bunny's help. Go ahead, but let's make it quick.
One woman, that one person had to try not to laugh.
Clowns have been infuriating relevant to all this.
I'm more impressed they showed up like that.
I don't know if you got that. That's what we call a subtle threat. If you don't do what we
Clowns
want,
upon clowns
we're gonna
upon
go psychotic and
clowns
fucking hurt.
who don't even know they're clowns.
That, by the way, is very.
Correct.
I have a theory I want to put
how
forward
that works.
and talk about a specific
I'm gonna have to
reporter a
do
little later on who's done some
this,
fantastic work.
and I want to
Just remember that.
What else
In
I
this
wanna do?
city council meeting, in this town hall in Worcester, the
There you go,
first thing
chat.
that's thrown
Look, you
out
can
there
see
is,
yourself.
I'm so scared they're going to hurt me. If you don't fucking help me, I'm going to hurt you. It's very, very subtle.
This is something I
right
should-
now.
I know this could be very good and very bad. I trust Wesley not to use his card.
Yeah, I'm sorry you are.
No,
Wrap
honestly,
it
I
up. Hurry it
absolutely
up.
endorse this
I wish I
layout.
had that
This is
clip.
great.
Wrap it up.
It is good.
Am I
I'm
love it.
happiest on a small scale.
I am in danger of being
Yeah.
executed. Could you hurry up, please? My Subway sandwich is getting cold.
Right now. I don't want to be here.
Oh, wasn't the one that I missed? The one that screamed.
I'm sorry. Am I taking too long pleading for my life?
You remember
Pleading for
how
his
many
life.
children and how many, and that two of them are
No,
trans?
there's actually one that actually just screams.
I speak.
What's the statistical
I'm
odds? Do you
way
think
too close to that
those
right now
children
myself.
are both transsexual? Would it be more likely maybe that mommy has a mental condition, has decided that their children are
Yeah, I'm
trans?
going to use
both
my
of your children are
my
trans?
time to scream.
1%
okay.
of 1% of the population, but both of them are trans? What are the
I
odds?
don't remember was this one or
Man, you should
another
start
one
playing the
that
lottery.
did kind of the
You'd be a
same kind of thing.
millionaire.
It was
The
hilarious.
B and the T in the LGBT.
I'm multiply disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a
Oh, you're definitely disabled, kid.
This is the
they
problem.
are.
We've allowed the
And where
disabled
they are, I
individuals
wasn't
to take
them.
rule.
and I have narcolepsy, and I
Narcole-
couldn't
how
find
you-
myself
ah.
here, so I had to hide.
Wait,
from
how are
my
you functioning with
driver.
that?
But
Yeah, you
I
should
will
be-
tell
you should be
you
past
that the painful connective tissue disorder that I have cancels
Narcolepsy.
out the
Wow.
narcolepsy, thank God. Every time I fall asleep and drift off a little bit, the connective tissue disorder gives me such immense pain that I wake back up. So it's like I don't have either of these. My body is tricked medical science, and I am a wonder. You may bow down.
I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not want to be here.
Oh,
It's my day
that
off.
thing, yes.
I do not
She
want
said
to be in your DMs.
drag
I do
is
want
not
to be in
easy
your
to
email
pull off in
inboxes.
brag.
I do not
Yes.
want my creativity
Yes,
writing
what you
diss
need, girl.
tracks like Kendrick. I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter
It's Justin Bieber.
so that you
Okay.
will hear and see me.
By the way, this is the type of person
I
who's
just wanted to
creating
scream
your
clown
educational
over and over
curriculum.
again.
These
That's
people
just
I'm
Justin
aware
Bieber.
that I too am a
lunatics that you're
clown.
seeing
I
put on
think the
this,
only
you
difference
know,
here
this-
is that at
this
least I'm aware of
performance,
it.
this clown show in front of the city government.
That's
These are
just
the
Justin
fucking
Bieber. He
lunatics
was talking about
getting
Kanye.
paid $50,000,
Again?
$100,000 from the government. to
Kanye
come up
did
with
another
curriculum, to
run.
set standards.
Leave
You know,
Kanye
these
alone.
NGOs that are related
I
to
should be under,
education.
not
I should be
going
under
to
a
make
blanket and
Kanye.
whatnot, streaming that at my
These
camera.
fucking lunatics. These are the people. These
Bieber
are
is going to
exactly
complain
the
about
excuse me.
Diddy, and for very good
I
reason.
want you to listen to
Right?
me.
Let us
Then he
remember
did
that
that.
the Nazis burned the books.
Did he do that?
The
Yes.
Nazis burned.
Then he did that there too,
on
probably.
science
I'm
first.
I'll be right back. I gotta
Oh shit! I
restart
wonder
my
why.
Yeah, you
Can't-
do
I
your
don't know
thing
if
there,
he should be
Dragon.
saying this. Uh-oh, you're not supposed. God, somebody shut him up. He's not supposed to talk about what the Nazis
lost
were
the
actually
dragon.
burning. Oh God, oh shit. We need to expunge that. Somebody expunge. Tell that. Give him a fucking Twinkie or something. Shut him up.
Now the administration has villainized and marginalized
I see
migrant
you.
workers,
Silence
trans,
equals death.
LGBT people.
He already
and
fucked that
women
up.
with
Same
special needs,
fucking
denying
stupid talking
life-saving
points.
and affirmative
All
care.
these little
Can you
fucking
look at me and tell me
retards
how
use.
many of my
Yeah,
friends
I've
need to die
been
before you do
disproven
anything?
time and time
All of
and
them.
time
The
and
answer
time
is
Yeah,
again.
we
yes.
still won't do anything.
Can we say all of them?
All of
Okay,
them.
we're all done.
And we still won't do anything.
Fucking
Maybe dance.
pathetic.
I missed the really
Of course, we need to
REI
continue
really.
celebrating Black History Month because, in spite of what's
Why
coming
is there
down
Black
from
History Month?
Washington, we
I don't
all
understand
know
you
that
Americans
we
doing
all
Black History
exist
Month.
and we all need to be recognized for our
We give you the
existence.
shortest month.
But
Be
be
happy.
aware that you are
I don't even
guests
want a
in my
month.
house when you come. And when you come, know that there are strong
Well,
queer and trans
If
people
you're
in
coming,
my
then you got to be
classroom
very
who
loud
will
and
collect you with the-
obnoxious on that one.
In my
'Cause the
class.
guy
Yeah,
behind me
I-
is like, going, did
Alright.
I hear come? I
In my
could use a
class
come.
are really
I
shocking.
refuse to
Quickness.
come for these people.
My name is Dragon's Duty Delight.
Protect
and my
product
name
of
on
Common
drag
Court.
is
Yeah,
Jane
there's a
Costa
lot there,
Latenza.
Metro. There's a lot of
My
questions.
drag name is Nancy.
These
Narcolepsy.
people are not going to make me come.
So what?
I guarantee it.
Come
Fancy narcolepsy.
as you
Lady
are.
Rouge
as
Vive in Drag District 3. My legal name is Olivia D'Ambrosio. My public name is Livy Scanlon. My wife and I own a home in the Canal District.
I speak as someone.
I'm pretty
who's
sure it is in
always
the canal.
misgendered, like all
Hello?
Think of someone
No,
who's
you're
really
not.
autistic.
Listen, Lurch. All right. I think the only
Listen,
thing that
Lurch.
happens to you is people start humming the Addams Family song. Nobody's misgendering you. You're like 8 feet
Lurch.
tall. All right. You look like a fucking lumberjack.
Da, da, da,
I
You're not
am
being
very
misgendered.
angry about these
Your
clowns
name's
who don't
not
realize
Cynthia.
they're
You don't have a
clowns.
pretty little pussy.
Anyway, I'm a lumberjack.
You're a
That's
dude.
okay.
It's terrible. I misgendered. Oh, no, you're never misgendered.
I
Nobody's
wear
ever
mom's
done
underwear. And
people refer to me as sir. I prefer to be referred to as
At least we
man.
know what you do.
My old
behind the scenes.
papa.
Speak
There's-
as someone who is
Yes,
afraid
Metro.
to
Yes,
use
Metro.
toilets.
We're all seeing it. I'm sorry
I
for
don't
not
know
coming
what
to
Sorry,
your
we're missing.
comment.
We're
My
laughing
9 foot
too
tall
hard.
frame enters the
Yeah.
female
We're
bathroom.
laughing
All the
too
little
hard.
girls scream.
We are
Take out my female
looking at
penis.
it.
Metro,
Just start
look
spraying
on the
everywhere,
right-hand
saying
side
this
of
is
the screen.
beautiful. Equality now.
You,
Equality
you're
forever.
now here,
I
dude.
speak as someone.
Look, if I get
member of
permission from my
It's a
host,
cu-
I will
and
read
is a
every
queer
comment.
person.
Yes,
If you-
Sparky's wife is correct.
If you want to, I'm not gonna say boo. I'm the one that's hosting this thing. You just have to be careful, Sparky. He might get
The
a
only
little
thing that's
anal.
going to get stripped are your clothes when your wife beats you, because lesbians have like 8
Yeah, nothing wrong with get a little anal.
Scold me,
I know, right?
discreetly
Oh, sorry, I know.
DMs.
I'm not taking
Okay,
a shot at the lesbians.
I got
Listen, that's all I
permission.
got
Who
for
the
you.
f- I heard
And
a
now
big
there's
hand
problem
when
with
I
that.
heard a big
With this
a
drag
big
show.
As long as
choir.
you're the guy
There's
giving
this
the
great
anal.
college video.
Alrighty,
Oh,
Dragon,
God,
did you bring the
two
lube? good because we're
chicks
about
on
to
a
go
college
deep.
campus.
Elbow
What?
deep.
Because all
Apples
these
deep.
transsexual
Yep.
fucking millennials are trying to
What do you mean by
convince
apple
them
deep?
that feminine
I know, right?
penises should be sucked.
Well,
and that's
Arcaner's
what real
about to read all
lesbians do.
the chat, so I wish him
And
the
they were
best of
so
luck.
fucking
We'll
mad.
wait
There's
until
this little gay guy looked
Right.
like Justin Timberlake and this
Silent
800-pound
moment.
woman that was
Marky's
wearing
put
a
up
cape.
the
Just
requirement.
perfection.
Please, I
You have to
only
wait
so
for
much
break.
time. Please, Joe's gonna cut me off.
Which matters more?
I hate talking over people.
Covering the legal
Videos
fees
are not
of
people,
systemic
so
police
pause the video.
brutality or
Again,
protecting the
it
lives
could
of
be
queer
Twitter
people
eating my
in our
message. It
community.
could be. It could be.
How many
But we
lives
have we
to
can
be
see your
lost
messages.
before you consider
What I've
fighting
done
back
with
against
the
fascism
Streamlabs
and
portion of it,
corruption?
you
Now
guys
is the
are
time
on
to say to the federal money relies on the
right-hand
dehumanization
side.
of trans people that we don't want your goddamn money.
I have no problem not giving you any money at all. Listen, I like the
So
cut of his
I have
jib.
no idea how it's going to.
Okay.
I should probably find out what
I
it looks
think
like.
he's onto something here, folks. We need to listen to
Products
this
of Common
LGBTQ
Core,
activist
TM.
when he says he doesn't want any money.
Captain Hook.
I
It's
agree.
a costume show.
I think
Yes,
Donald
it
Trump
is.
does too.
And they don't even know
As
it.
you said, is gone.
Sure.
And all the NGOs that propped up your
For
bullshit
those who
ideology
wish,
that
you can
you
head
infected
over
the
to
country with,
that
they're
location
gone too.
and
You got your
see
wish,
the
champ.
stream proper
Oh,
on YouTube.
Must have been a shooting star in the air that night.
Otherwise,
You care more
continue
about
where you are.
Fox, about easy funding than trans lives, and don't mind Nazis
There's
for
usually
some
video
whatever
feed,
reason.
wherever they are, is I'm sure.
Normally,
is
I
that
would
a
say
poodle?
Good evening.
I
but through
don't
the
know,
chair,
but I
will
just
only impart
kind
my
of threw up a
sour
little bit in my
grapes.
mouth. Just a little.
Normally, I would say hello, my fellow
I need
humans.
cheese. I need cheese.
But today, I will sing the song of my people and slap my mutilated genitals with my hands in the tune of the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
Please sing along.
The Brady Bunch.
Like a Negro
Do you have perchance
An
the
extremely emotional and taxing thing to stand
what's the other
up
one that
here
begins with a T? No,
as
not-
someone
not-
I don't have a
of the
YouTube account.
transgender
I'll
diverse
have a
community.
You have a Twitcher?
My name is Katie. I'm
You have
from
to put- he's
District
coming
5.
from the Twitter.
Clown!
Items 10B and 14B.
No, he's
I'm
coming
sorry.
from
Right
the
now in our
Twitter.
country,
It's
Trump is
building up
threatening the
in
trans
my
and gender
mind.
diverse community.
Yeah.
That's a clown. They know they're a clown, but they're a fucking clown.
Wait.
Read the fucking paper, kid.
That's a
Don't forget,
pedo.
we gotta get out of here by 6
Okay, that
o'clock.
makes
You're
me
gonna put
angry.
that dress on and twerk
That's
for
a
the
little
That
scary.
can
You're gonna put a
I
pretty
have
dress
no
on. And you're gonna
ire
get out
towards
there.
that
You're gonna make
kid.
daddy some
That
money.
poor kid.
Your
I
drag
feel
name is
for the
child
man
trauma.
whose hand we're seeing right now.
Oh,
I
ladies
want
and
to
gentlemen,
break.
introducing
Yeah,
my
no, I
10-year-old
don't blame
son,
you.
childhood
Give me a bit.
trauma.
I'm gonna slap him, man.
Remember, Timmy, if you don't read it right, you're getting the you're getting the lube.
No loot for you.
You're getting the lube.
No loot for you.
No
The man
lube.
behind him, I would take great pleasure in breaking every bone in his fucking body, and I'm pretty sure whatever
I
foster
am reading
family
this
that
of
kid
my
went
free
to next
will. Wink,
is an
wink.
improvement.
It would be.
My captors
Well,
have been feeding me
unless it's a
regularly
Mexican
and provide
cartel.
me with medical attention. I am no way being abused.
Here is
He
the.
also
His
has
name
never
is
been better.
Quick
Here's
Morris
the
not
code.
eating that.
Okay.
Twitter
Morris
if you
code
wish
to
to
the
go to
mayor.
Twitter.
Please help me.
Otherwise,
Oh God. They're making me wear
Yeah,
a
you're probably
fucking
better off.
dress.
You're on mine, Metro. Probably better off going to Rogues.
And to Candy Carlson,
His is more
you
direct.
should know to never call someone.
So,
I'm 7
excuse me.
and I know better. The kids are
children
watching and
should
we're ready
stay
to
out
vote
of
you
the
out.
adult stuff. Yes.
The
A lot of
kid
things
And
is
pedos
being
should stay out of
used as a
children.
Treehouse? You're not
Some
winning an
adults should
election
stay out
for
of
a
adult
decade.
stuff.
Plenty of
Children should
time
be
to run
kept
away from
out
mom.
of
So
the
daddy
adult
can't
stuff.
make you wear a
The
dress.
child is there
The
because an
kids are-
adult put
the
him in
kids
it,
are
and
gonna
that's
vote.
why
You're
I
gonna
would
see- you're
absolutely
gonna
break that
see.
fucker's neck.
Yeah.
We're being led by.
I agree with Arbiter. That's why
Greta
pedos should
Thunberg,
stay
who
out of
figured out
children.
that the whole, climate isn't really paying like it used to. So they've decided to.
Because I don't have enough land to
His
bury the
name now
bodies
is
anymore.
You find there? Okay, no problem. Just
Bird-
letting you know.
or
We can't
Gunter
see your messages, so
Thunderberg.
don't worry.
I no longer have 6
Is
areas to bury the
I
bodies
need
of
a
pedos on
trans
anymore.
Greta.
Jim,
I
I
new
work
name
at
is
landfill.
Gunter Thunderstruck. Leader
You
of
live
the
in
Buddy
Kansas
said
City.
so.
I live in
Trans
Ohio. It's
Revolution
hard.
preteens.
That's a hard drive.
Watch
man.
out, folks. It's getting
And my
sassy.
Toyota only has so much room in the
I
back.
highlighted one in particular. This is like a supercut, really, of what was going on at the city council meeting. But just to show how hostile they are. This attitude I really finds is kind of prevalent in a lot of these quote-unquote activists and civic leaders and freedom fighters and rebels,
it was
whatever
like
the
that for
fucking
the activists
classification they
back in
give
New York in the
themselves.
50s. And,
You'll find
kinda,
this really
it was
shitty
weird.
attitude. attitude, very condescending.
So,
Now, I, of course, am openly hostile. I'm an asshole.
of course.
So you expect people would take
He's
a,
one of my
a
followers.
condescending, shitty attitude. I'm talking about just normal people in general. You know,
What
they
is
don't really have an
considerably
opinion one way or
normal?
another. They're just kind of,
Because
live and
I
let
need
live,
to know.
live by the golden
In
rule kind of
fact,
people.
Jim is now
just
my pope.
everyday
I'm going to make
folks.
him my pope.
And then you encounter somebody like this who's just
I mean, he's
fucking
dying
spite
horribly anyways. Might as well.
and venom.
All right, let's
They
keep
don't use the
our
word
track
toxicity,
short.
but that's what they are. They're fucking toxic and hostile. I mean, how, winning people over and making friends, I don't know if these are the best strategies to do so. Just listen to this shit.
Hi, I'm Lena. I'm a trans woman. I live here in Worcester. I've lived here in Worcester for like half a decade
Is this
now.
Worcester, Ohio?
I teach at WPI.
Yes.
I work at the Worcester Art
Oh,
Museum.
fuck.
What a shock. Another teacher. You noticing a pattern? Quite a lot of this.
Fucks.
And I'd love to see statistically, right? If transsexuals are like 1% of the population, what percentage are they of teachers? I wonder what kind of
For the United
what kind of
States,
data
I
set could we
probably
get
would
from that?
say
I'd be
You don't
very
wanna know that
interested.
answer?
I'm here in support of 10B and 14B. So I was here last week with 56 other speakers, apparently, and no dissenters. And I
If I
remember
had known
going
this was
back
going on, I
home
would have showed
and
up in a Trump
experiencing
shirt
the most absurd confusion
saying I'm right.
at
I
the
identify as
nature of
right.
how this is happening. I was walking around my kitchen trying to piece together how it's
All
possible
right.
that 57
A lot of people do.
fucking people
Mostly in
came
want.
here terrified for their lives and got
I would have
brushed
carried my
off.
9 because we're open carry here
57
now.
people came here and pleaded with you for
Order at this meeting. Excuse me, sir. I resent the fact that you said 57 people were brushed off and they were afraid of their lives. Transsexuals aren't people. Therefore, they're not considered human. Therefore, there were not 57 people that were afraid of their lives. There were 57
These people make
things
me
that were
glad
scared to be
that
destroyed.
yeah, antisocial.
Welcome to
I'm
Trump's
very
new
antisocial. I get you.
America.
I get you.
Get in the oven.
She is very
their lives, their
antisocial.
most basic
I love
civil
being a hermit
liberties,
right about now.
children's and parents
People with
bawling
too
their
much free
eyes
time.
out.
Yes. Yes, there's way
You
too much
think
free
that
time.
you're better
And
somehow,
and
that
time
this
that they are
position-
using,
this
they
position
tend to
that
use
has
it for
nothing of you
groomage.
is true. It's clear that
The
you
sheer
and
amount
the
of
members of this
affectation
council think there's something to be
stresses this.
lost. Perhaps the
Like,
support
they
of
made
individually
themselves
loud, hateful,
costumes.
and violent
Every last one of
minority
these
people
assholes
breaking
made
the
themselves a
Do you
costume.
think? Do you think at any point,
Yeah.
like
Almost
They
had
wouldn't
a
even
like the
consciously
realization
wear.
at
They're
all
making
when they said that?
costume,
They're
and
trying
yet,
to say this is, MAGA,
nevertheless,
this is, Republicans.
they
right
made a
wingers.
fucking
A
costume.
scared, angry, violent group.
It's almost like Athens
violent,
Halloween,
angry
except
minority.
less people.
Is that what you're scared of? Try to refer to
God.
You
Republicans.
know,
When that is
I'm glad
basically
you
the
said
biggest
that.
fucking
This
bundle
is
of
probably
projection
part
I've
of why
ever
it
heard in my
angers me
life.
so much, because
All
I
they
do
do is
love
get
Halloween,
mad, they scream,
and
they pound
outside of
tables,
the
threaten
season, they're
violence,
somehow
talk about how this
sullying
is
it
their
further.
house. And just no realization. Nothing hits them.
that want our friends
Yeah,
and our
they
family
are the
and our
religious
children
nuts. I
dead.
mean, this is what happens
It's
when you
clear
go
to
too
me
far right
that
or
some
too far
people
left.
here
You end up
consider
with
themselves
religious
part
nuts.
of the same
Zealots.
society as me
Pretty much.
and won't take up their most
Actually,
basic civil
I fully
responsibility
agree.
to do
It's not
anything.
religion
To be
as we
empathetic enough
typically
for just a
recognize
second
it,
to imagine
but
the
it is
terror
a
of
faith.
the world crashing down
It
on
is
you
a
like this, entirely undefended. Clearly, you
very
think that
degenerate
I should be suffering
faith,
that
but faith
candy.
regardless.
Look at me.
That's why I identify as a religion of
And you
assholes.
have the audacity to make snide remarks about how rude the public is being or how they're swearing while they come
Yeah, I
up with
mean,
you.
I don't mind
You're not the
Halloween.
public.
Halloween's my favorite, holiday.
Ever
That's
notice
not really
when
a
you've got
holiday.
these trans activists or people like this that they'll get up there and be very smug,
That's pretty true.
be very condescending and mean,
I love
and just
costumes,
vicious
I
in
love
their
reveling,
attacks,
I love trolling,
and then be like, "Ugh,
and this
it's
still
just free
fills me
speech.
with
How could you
awe.
you don't like somebody when they're rude?" Remember, these are the types of
You
people
are
who held
right.
power
That,
for
that
like
is,
the last
it is a
40
whole
fucking
Halloween for
years
these people.
and made everybody
They take it
that
too
was
far. They
even
take everything
slightly
too
right
far,
a fucking
and
independent.
that's the problem.
Just ruined them. From cancel culture to deplatforming to get them fired from their fucking jobs to debanked to made outcasts in every considerable fucking way for even the smallest of infractions.
Yeah, that's
We're
what
not going to let you
happened
go to
with
college. We're not going to let you have a
religious
job. We're
right.
not going to
That's
let
exactly
you
what
make
they
money.
did
We're not going to let you do
we
anything.
kind of
were
fucked that up.
considered
We're
the
going to
hippies
fucking
and
crush you in
shit.
the story. We don't like your speech. We don't like your ideas.
That's what it chafes. It's
Oh,
vanity.
don't you get mad at me.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech
And it's
doesn't mean
all
freedom
vanity.
from consequences.
Yeah,
And now they're on the
it
other
happens
side
both
of that.
sides eventually.
All right, let's.
And they're like, oh, why are you getting mad that I'm a complete fucking psychopath with a
Bring
bad
back the
attitude?
asylum. I agree with you.
Oh, I'm enjoying
Concur,
the
Keisho.
Schadenfreude
Concur.
of this all. I'm enjoying watching
They
this
need to be ethically
these people
managed,
being
granted,
hoisted by
but
their
they
own petards.
clearly have a purpose.
After
Yes.
all the years of
It's
the
called
shit
Hawaii.
fuckers like this did, this
Jesus
Keffels
Christ.
That way they
crowd
can't
using their
escape.
connections to fuck with normal people. And
That's
now
not
people
wrong,
just
though,
don't
Rogue.
listen to
I'm
it
not wrong.
anymore.
It's a
Well, normal
kindness.
people don't want to.
Because Hawaii is
Worcester,
awesome.
for your information, they
Oh,
buckled,
not the parts I know
in
of.
case you're curious. And
Those are
decided
the
to declare
military
themselves
areas.
a
They're not that
trans-city
awesome.
sanctuary. Now, I'm not sure what that exactly entails. I mean, you're still going to have every right that a normal American citizen would have in any city that you're gonna have here, there, or other places. So I'm not sure what makes a sanctuary city a sanctuary city. This isn't like it was with immigrants, where they're going to get deported.
Well, even
So
that's
what
questionable.
kind of sanctuary are you being provided? Exactly. You get to yell at the city council and make them feel bad once a week, once a month, maybe. Is that what's going on? I don't
Is
fucking
Bush
know. But they buckled.
instated judges
You're
have
going to see
been
a lot of these
overturning and overruling a few things that Trump has
ultra
done.
liberal, wealthy, small townships and cities, especially in Northeast, that have been preaching all this crazy fucking live shit, SJW, wokey stuff for decades. And now it's coming to them. Now it's going to live in their sanctuary cities and use up their public resources and infect their schools. Oh, and it's going to be fun watching the results of that. Because those fuckers are they're not going to take it well. Just trust me on this. But hey, I mean, it's not like Donald Trump is out there telling people you'll never be a woman. I mean, that would be terrifying.
No matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman. You're not going to be a woman.
Whoops.
I mean, that is true.
Somebody's selling
but
the
it is
alarm.
what it is.
Oh, my precious trannies, come live in my attic. I'll save you from the Gestapo. Oh God, the Gestapo is here. They're gonna reattach your penis by force. No more pretty dresses and makeup for you. You'll never be a woman.
We're gonna give
Do
you
you
your
know
balls back.
memes are becoming reality in this golden new fucking
those are
renaissance
long
of
gone.
America? Because it was like 6 months ago when AI was still making the rounds. It was kind of a little bit fresh and new. Donald Trump literally took a shit post.
You
and
are
said
a
it.
real guy. More
I
so
don't know if you
than
remember
your
this,
hubby.
so I'll share it with you.
You'll never be a
Congratulations.
real woman. You have no womb, you have no ovaries, you have no eggs. You're a homosexual man twisted by drugs and surgery into a crude mockery of nature's perfection.
Damn.
All the
Oh,
validation
that
you get
I
is
remember
two-faced.
this.
and
That was an old one,
hypocritical.
too.
Behind your back,
It's a
people
little more
mock you.
vicious than
Your
Trump.
parents are
Yeah.
disgusted and
I
ashamed
thought
of you.
this is
Your
genius
friends
because I know
laugh at your
Biden never
ghoulish
said
appearance
this,
behind
but
closed doors.
even
Men are
he
utterly
doesn't
repulsed by
know
you.
that he didn't say
Thousands of
this.
years of evolution have allowed men to sniff out
Here's the
frauds with
thing. It's
incredible
too
efficiency.
coherent.
Even
It's
trannies
too
who
coherent
pass look
to be Biden.
uncanny and unnatural to a man.
Yes, but even
Your
he
bone
wouldn't be able to
structure is a
recognize
dead
that.
giveaway.
Yeah, I know.
And even if you
That
manage
is
to
true.
get a
That
drunk
is
guy
true.
home with you, he'll turn tail
Hey, I
and
said
bolt the
that.
second he gets a whiff of your
He's like,
diseased
wow,
sex wound.
holy shit!
God, that was
I didn't know
based
I was
back
so
then.
harsh.
You wrench out a fake smile every single morning and
I
tell
was-
yourself it's going to be
I was
okay.
totally right, though,
But deep
man.
inside, you feel the depression.
Wow.
creeping
Hey,
up
remember
like
I
a
called
weed, ready to
Obama
crush
the
you under the
no,
unbearable
we don't
weight.
remember that, sir.
Eventually, it'll be too much to bear.
Remember when I
You'll
said
buy a
trans
rope,
people weren't
tie a
real
noose,
people?
Put it around your neck and plunge into the cold
Oh my
abyss.
God. It's great.
Your
Speaking the
parents will
truth,
find
yeah.
you heartbroken but relieved that they no longer have to live with the unbearable shame and disappointment. They'll bury you with a headstone marked with your birth name, and every passerby for the rest of eternity will know a man is buried there. Your
Yeah.
body will decay and go back to the dust, and all that will remain of your legacy is a skeleton that is unmistakably male. This is your fate. This is
Yep.
what you chose.
Yeah.
Ah, based Biden. I guess that's one of the days that dementia medicine was working real good. He remembered a few pointers he wanted to share with the world. I can't believe Biden said that. Must have been one of his staffers who used the autopen for him. Decided to have a little fun with the teleprompter. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, if you think about it,
Trump decided, hey, you
it's
know
just
what?
as legit as
I
the
like the
auto
cut of
pen.
that. I like the way it sounds. Sounds good to me. Somebody prepare a press conference. I need to tell America that they will never be a woman. Unfathomably based. Oh. But I bring up this loony
Robo
truly
Biden
things because
yes,
this is one of the shifts you're going to start to see take place.
We've already
This shit
seen
is
this.
going to be rooted out.
Most of
Because
the
it is pure fucking
executive
insanity.
orders he
You've been held
signed
hostage.
were
We all
Joe
have. Let's
Biden.
fucking be honest. Even liberal people that were part of LGBT communities have been fucking held hostage by maniacs.
Most of the pardons he ostensibly
Absolute
signed,
insane
he
people.
never actually
That's what they
signed.
are. You take a look at your average transsexual, and they are hideous. They are ghoulish-looking, obese, balding men wearing fucking outfits that don't fit them. They smell. They're disgusting. They've never been kissed. They're virgins with rage. And this is their way to get close to some pussy. I stand by that statement. This is their weird, fucked up fetish, and they're making you play along. You've been forced to play along at gunpoint. And they started to get really comfortable with the power they were wielding, being able to get people fucking fired and deplatformed, just as a joke, as a giggle, as a hobby. But now there's some actual pushback against it. Laws are being enacted. Children are being declared off limits for this fucking psychopathy. Mental health professionals are finally starting to come out, along with certain doctors, saying, hey, you know what? Maybe taking mentally unstable people and chopping off their fucking most sensitive organs isn't a really good idea. Huh? Who would have ever fucking guessed?
The EU, because they've already talked about this.
And they got it wrong with alarming
one little
regularity.
intrepid reporter out there that started to notice
They
something.
actually addressed a lot of their
They started to
decisions
notice
as well. So,
kind of a pattern emerging, and they started to
Go figure!
drill down a little bit. Talking about Andy Nagao. I'm probably saying his last name wrong. But he brought up something interesting on Twitter, and I've seen him talk about this now for about the past 2 months. And there's really something to this. This is going to sound crazy, but let's take a look. Oh, man. The shit that's out there. I tell you, folks. The shit that's just floating out there, that's just sitting out there, that people are just uncovering. Just fucking crazy time. So this is what he put up. This was part of his investigation. Liberal media has been uninterested in investigating the couple involved in the shooting dead a U.S. Border Patrol agent in Coventry, Vermont, near the Canadian border on Inauguration Day. Why? Both in the duo are leftist trans militants. One of the deceased armed militants is a German, believed to be in the country on an H-1B visa.
Wow!
Connected to a trans terror cell.
Huh.
Federal law enforcement has been surveilling German man named Felix and Seattle UW student Teresa.
I only say that because that
Staff at
stupid training
Londonville,
we've
Vermont
been
hotel
finding
or
with
motel.
non-VTs from Germany.
Seeing them with black tactical clothing, weapons, and protective militia-style equipment. When the duo was pulled over on January 20th, Youngbolt allegedly shot dead Officer David Mayland in a surprise attack. In returning fire, Bocholt, who was armed, was killed. Youngblood was injured and survived. I spoke with Jessica Taylor, a Berkeley, California woman who had met Bocholt over the years. She confirmed that Bocholt is trans.
Oh, no.
Now, when Andy started investigating this, he started to find that there was I'm not kidding when I say this. You can go check his Twitter out. He's got a lengthy investigation. There's a transsexual terror cell led by a cult leader who faked their own death 4 years ago.
Terror cell.
And has been traveling around the
been-
world
there's not just
killing
one, there's
targets
about
of
4.
interest that are against the trans agenda.
Just,
Now, Andy is
I'll
taking
let
to
you
calling
know.
them trans Tifa, which I think is a pretty accurate designation for really kind of what they are. But as he's investigated this more and more, he's found more and more interesting things. More cases related to
Three-quarters
it.
burning Teslas
Let me
are,
pull up this one here.
you
Yeah, that was
Just read it
be
out for you.
observed.
This is another one. From Memphis, Tennessee, a man
Strange.
was arrested on March 22nd after allegedly threatening to mass butcher parishioners with a machete at St. Louis Catholic Church. Zachary Vizzi Liberto, 30, was charged with the commission of the act of terrorism. Liberto also allegedly defaced the baptismal pool inside the church and confronted a priest. On his social media, Liberto recently posted about how good it feels to be a girl and sissy hypnosis. Content, a type of porn genre that claims to hypnotize male viewers into self-feminization. Liberto is being held on a $200,000 and $2,100.
I bet
bond.
he's getting feminized now.
In fact,
by
his
some,
Indian
Alright,
business.
we got another
He started
person
finding more and more of
coming
these
in the chit
cases.
chat.
Oh,
Some connected to the
waiting.
cult, some not connected to the cult. But it made me
Mama
start to think,
Ultra.
when I look through the list of
Not a
recent
Madam
school shooters and
Marco.
spree killers in America, a lot of them identified as
not Madam
either
Mama.
transsexual or non-binary or
Mamma
asexual or
mia.
some deviation from your basic straight or gay. In fact, do you remember this one? Our little Aubrey Hale,
Oh,
Nashville
no.
school shooter.
Oh.
Tranifesto that
Yeah.
the police and
Oh,
FBI had
wow.
refused at the time to release
Yeah,
to the
that
general
was a
public
while
because
back,
why?
guys. That-
Inside
Yeah,
that
but she was part of this
Tranifesto,
group.
They talked at length about
They're-
what hurt
yeah.
little Christian kids and little girls and little
Well,
boys and
part
they
of
didn't
No,
suffer
it's
because they were so
funny.
angry
Time out.
about their
It's funny.
transitioning and how miserable it made them.
Non-VT has the exact
familiar?
same fucking talking
Sounds
point.
awfully familiar to the shit Andy was
Yeah?
just reporting on. We are dealing with a group of literally mentally
She
unhinged,
died the
violent
humiliating
psychopaths
fashion that she deserved.
that think that they have carte blanche to do whatever they want, whether it's deplatform
And
you on social media
earned
or shoot your fucking school up.
at length.
Oh, they talk about the risks of black crime or white crime, suburban versus urban.
Obviously not a
But
good
nobody
way.
wants to touch this. Nobody wants to talk about the literally mentally ill people that play pretend and LARP all day and go through extreme surgeries and take massive amounts of medications to live in this fantasy, this sexual perversion, this fetishistic worldview. These people that are so lost to what reality is and lash out in vile
They've been
and
lost to
violent
reality for a
ways.
while, Jim.
And that has been
On a
fostered and
tangent.
encouraged.
Go ahead. I like tangents.
You could go schizo Mike's in the wall
What
about it and say
pisses
that
me
there was
off
a
is we have
purpose
certain
behind that gives you a
baseline
ready-made group of
reality,
people that'll protest
objective
and riot whatever you
rules we
want.
can follow
So of
here.
course you're going to foment it.
It
and
is
support
never
it
the fucking thing.
if it aligns
Get
with
the
your
gun,
political goals.
I would say the drug.
Or we became too permissive
I would
as
say
a
almost
society
anything
and
that
allowed
is a
this psycho
thing
shit
that
to get
does
to the
nothing,
point where
that
they
just
just feel
sits on the
untouchable and are
shelf,
doing crazy shit at high numbers.
is the issue. It's the people
And it
who
would have just
use
gotten
the thing.
worse.
Correct.
It would have been allowed to persist and fester
Some
and
of those people
expand.
cut off their thing.
Not anymore.
depending on the
When
thing.
the president
Use a
of the
thing.
United
They use a
States
different thing.
is on national television telling you you are never
The
going to be a
things that
woman.
were grown on a person might
Now when they're
deserve a
enacting laws
special
that say, hey, guess what?
classification.
You can't
Eh,
make a little
could be.
boy wear a dress. You can't start preaching about how to
But
give
once
a
they
good
cut off that
blowjob
thing
to
and
a
grab another
kindergartner.
thing,
All that shit's gone. It's
Or you
done.
add a thing and then
No more
the
competing in female
one thing rots
sports.
off.
You know, think of how unfair this was to little girls. You know, you're a female athlete. You bust your ass off for your entire life. You eat healthy. You exercise. You're rigorous in your fucking habits. You play whatever sport it is. You take part of whatever physical activity it is with the hopes of someday making it somewhere. Whether it's the Olympics or getting some kind of a college scholarship or setting kind of a record either locally or nationally or internationally, worldwide. And here comes some fucking crazy, smelly, sex pest dude that puts on a fucking dress, calls himself Cynthia, and then blows your ass out of the water. And 20 years of work is gone. You're not getting the college scholarship. You're not getting the trophy. You're not
well
going to the
observed,
Olympics. He
Metro.
is.
Somebody,
And then to
a
add
man cuts
pour a little
off his
salt in the
thing,
wound and really
his
grind it
penile.
in there, when you
It
go into the
doesn't
locker
make
room
him
to
a
cry
woman.
about it,
Actually,
he's standing over
technically,
your
they
shoulder
fold it on
jacking
the
off with his
inside.
feminine penis, and you've got to accept
It
that.
still doesn't
Do you know
make
there
him
was a
less of a
story?
man.
Yes.
It was just
Well,
a
no,
week ago just in the
they,
news.
they literally castrate
About a
him
bunch
and
of
then
little
just
girls who
fold
came
it
to their mother and they
inside
said,
of him.
we're in a creepy situation. There's this boy in the
Still
locker
I
room.
mean,
less of a
one day we're
man,
going to have to
still
watch
not
how
human.
prostitutes are made.
And the parents were like, you need to tell
At
your
no
teachers
point
about
does
it.
he
You need
become
to
a
talk to the
woman.
school staff. They went
At
to
no
the fucking
point is
school
he
about
not
it.
less of a man.
And the superintendent,
Yep.
principal, and their teacher took the girls into the locker room and made them get naked and change in front of the boy.
The fuck?
These weren't men. These were three very
Oh, this
liberal,
kind of goes
fat
back
women.
to the whole trans
Took
thing
these little
the
girls
last couple of
into
years.
a fucking locker room and made them strip naked and
I,
change in front of the
I
fucking
identify
guy
as a tall
because they weren't
person, so
being
it means that you're taller
equitable
than your
enough.
hubby.
They weren't
I
being
knew it.
inclusive and DEI
I knew he
enough.
was a short fuck.
How fucking crazy is that? You think it's hyperbole when I
Sparks
say
is
jacking
actually
off over
a
your shoulder?
dwarf that
Apparently
stands
not.
on a stool.
He's
Well,
as big as
seriously,
he is.
no,
He's
no,
as
actually,
big as
Education, you have
Nemo.
the
My
craziest
God.
fucking people in
they're
charge of
actually
our most
committing
impressionable minds.
Darwinism.
What a recipe
Yes.
for disaster. What could
It is
possibly go
crazy.
wrong?
I know.
Oh,
Wesley,
What could
and
crazy.
possibly
someone-
happen when you set that kind of situation up?
I
Somebody
identify
saying
as
the
preacher's call.
humiliation ritual.
Everyone should have every.
Most definitely. It's crazy town.
Look, I used to identify as a millionaire.
Now,
Now,
generally,
now I identify as
after
a
going through
billionaire.
a section like that and talking
I
to us
used to
about
identified
this
as
kind of stuff with
married,
you,
and now
you'd be left
you know,
feeling
hey.
upset,
Yeah,
right?
that
Oh,
is.
I identify as very
All the
poor.
shit's going
Buy
on.
me
Kids.
shit.
Yeah.
All the shit's going on to little girls.
No, I did that for
You
my
know,
wife. It didn't work out.
How bad?
I've-
How terrible is that?
I've seen the graphic
But what you
description
gotta
of the
remember is,
surgery.
it's a new day.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a new dawn
an
in
awesome
America, my
thing.
friends.
Yeah,
Things have changed.
it's a thing.
The old ways.
Well, the women get it worse.
The old ways aren't
Put
the
it
way
that way.
anymore.
The women get it worse.
Donald Trump's come to town.
Oh yeah.
he's
insult
going to
of
start
natural-
executing people wholesale.
Especially when they want to have that
I'll show you the
sausage
bad.
roll. A lot
I'll
of
show you the
grafting
starting
coming in play.
We're 2 months into this. This is how crazy we're. This is our starting point. This is our beginning. All right, little girls forced to change in locker rooms. Crazy trannies teaching kids, demanding special consideration, going around killing people.
I mean, we had lesbians
in
in
their
locker
little
rooms
trans
at one
Tifa
time. I mean,
cells. That's our starting point.
So someone
You're going to
named
get to
Jared
watch now over the
Luxury
next few
just
years
tweeted
as
my
society
bill out to
recovers from this fucking insanity.
Okay.
As more people feel ready and able to speak out and say, "Hey, this was
It's
kind of
not a
fucking
link to
insane
my
that we
stream.
allowed
It's a
this to
link to
happen and
Meto,
get
so I
to
Anonymous
I
or
wonder
a
who was
list?
responsible. I wonder who was
I mean,
watching.
there's
Who
an
was in
arm
charge
that
of
they
watching,
cultivate,
make
or
sure
they
things didn't
cultivate
happen
from the leg.
at this time that allowed this to
Sometimes
transpire.
the stomach.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Things are going to get better. This
This
is our
depends
low
on what
point.
has the best skin.
All right, that's where we were
Yep.
starting. We only have up to go. This is why
You
you,
hope
should feel
you go up.
energetic and happy and good. Because this crazy shit isn't going to be the status quo anymore. We pulled back from the edge. We stood at the
We can
fucking
only
edge
hope.
of that cliff, on that precipice, ready to plunge over like all these other countries around the world have done. Ready to become like Europe or a Canada. Canada, they have tribunals, gender equality tribunals, sex and gender tribunals for basically anything.
It
Canada was
depends
the one that
on
was
where.
forcing.
I mean, I would know that for sure. It all depends
Oh
on
God,
where.
well, I can't remember.
If you go to like
There was some
Quebec or
tranny that wanted their
Ontario,
balls
yes.
waxed.
If
So
you
they
go
went
further
to a
west,
female
no.
salon, and Canada was fine forcing that to happen because that's equitable. That makes sense to them. Wax my balls, bigot. It's a little more extreme than bake my cake, but we could have become that. We were falling right in the footsteps of it, right in the shadow of it, and we pulled back, folks.
Yeah.
Give yourself a round of
No, it's
applause.
also the
It's
leg.
what I'm
You
talking
also
about.
Some of us
get
should
it
have
from the leg.
pulled out.
Some of them get it from the leg. Some get it from their ass.
We recognize, yes, Yaniv. There we go. There we go. See, everybody knows. Everybody's heard this Looney Trooney story before.
Yeah,
I've seen.
Oh, we got
I've
more
seen the
than
penis
that.
finger.
We've got a lot
that
of
one
fun
went
stuff
all the way up
going on.
to a federal court,
Oh,
and that goes to
we've
like
got illegals
Ottawa.
and Homan coming up. We've got some Tesla stuff in America versus the world. It's going to be fun. Well, we've been going for a little over an hour here.
Oh,
We're
going to go
small
for
break.
break
I'm going to
time.
encourage you to take a break too.
Milk
Grab
break.
a drink, grab some snacks, take a piss.
I can go outside and have
Had
a
a
seat.
laugh thinking about
Go touch
tranny
that some
tears.
grass.
Because when
I-
we get back, we're going to move on.
I can touch some
Little break
stairs.
here. I'll
That's
put
about
up
this
a
I can do.
commercial to hold my things off. Remember, Medicare.myshopify.com, 10% off all
Have
new
to walk too
orders.
far.
For new customer. Remember, hey, it's structured some way. It says on the front page. It's a very kick-ass looking new merch out there. I'm telling you, brutal Americanism.
Emma.
Wear a candy fan and make all your neighbors think that you're one of the freaks we were just laughing at. It's a new TikTok challenge. Just you play and pretend. Get in my van, have some candy. Let me put up the commercial. We will be right back and keep this rolling.
And we're gonna kill that.
Yep, and muting. So now we can chat.
We were chatting beforehand. Now
Yeah,
I'm
but
bored.
it's making it more annoying to fucking listen to Jim than anything else.
He wasn't really covering anything new. He's kind of
Look,
went over
if
the
they
same
want
kind
to
of.
hear Medico without any interruption whatsoever, they'd probably be watching that stream directly.
Yeah,
I
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna have to go through a review of it anyways down the road. So I mean, honestly, but to be frank here, or Jim, he
Jim
already
here.
said that his last couple of streams ago. So right now he's like an old man yelling at the clouds.
Yeah,
I've heard this
But no,
one.
what I find funny about this, Akko's here.
Yeah, I didn't hear the bing, so I blame you, Sparky.
Hey,
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Honk honk.
Honk, honk.
There's usually a bing
Greetings.
that I can actually hear, and apparently that didn't happen. So.
I was a bit confused because when you said what I now know is now Akko is here, I thought said Akko is here, but holy shit, I've been here this entire time.
Yeah.
Akko, not Akko.
Yes, I know, but
He
this is not properly enunciated.
Anyway,
easily confusable.
So, did you listen to that last bit when he went into Any No?
I did. I briefly looked at it, but I wasn't paying attention too much because I was in the middle of a repo run.
Gotcha.
You too? I'm absolutely addicted to repo
Mizu
right
and
now.
some friends convinced me to play it. So
I
yeah.
love the game. I pine constantly for more repo runs. It is a fantastic game, and everyone should support it.
So,
I've seen
Couple
it. I played it.
things. So a couple of things that really stood out to me because Andy No, I guess, made a tweet kind of putting some pieces together up in Washington. I believe it's Washington or something like that.
Washington, yes.
What? Yeah. So the people that were involved in the terroristic threats of the border up in Canada was apparently a German trans operative connected with several other people, even possibly connected to the Tranafesto shooter at the school, and they
Really?
espouse
Yep.
Christian beliefs. Believes that all kids need to be taught at schools to have this whole bullshit taught to them, and put forth the most insane, delusional, fucking trans activist talking points imaginable. What does that
Well, I
sound like?
mean, they're the Democratic versions that have been passed around by USA that infiltrated every other nation in order for this to spiderweb its way around to go back to you.
There are layers upon layers here. Most of them.
It's
I would suggest going back and re-listening to that bit from Jim after stream. You can go to Purity Sins or Zon's channel to get it.
there'll be a
When
lot
that
of
will
different
happen. I'll listen to it
floaters, but
tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta go back and re-listen to that portion of Andy. No, he's just been brittle on. I mean, I've heard people go. I've seen other people fucking go at you the past fucking week, Akko. Yeah, you didn't even scratch the surface of what Jim just did.
Oh, I know. I know.
Honestly, it's even Andy No hasn't even gone that far. Problem is what we've kind of discovered since your Doge has gone through. USA covered a lot of things, as well as because it showed up since JFK time frame. It's been passed off. It's a CIA front and an FBI front to pretty much propagate and destroy all the other nations, including you.
All the nations, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Certainly
so
it's not
apparently,
just America.
so apparently there is
Can I just say ad
one.
at myshopify.com? That's the only way. I keep. It's
Yeah,
the only way to
we're
teach
back.
these troops a lesson.
Yes.
You got to buy a hat for your hat, and then a sweater to go with it because sweaters are awfully nice.
Bull has a message you want me to share.
Now, outside of the
I
truly
occasionally
things
wear a
that are
hat,
going on, like
but it's
the
an American hat.
assassination
I'm
cult,
sorry. Some of my
how fucking crazy is that?
We'll have to get you a hat.
You know, Andy got his ass kicked multiple times by Antifa.
I got
I
me a
do
hat.
They
generally
would hunt him
support
down
hats, though.
every
For
time
the
he would
record,
report shit. I think there's like 2 occasions.
generally.
I know for sure one, but I'm sure there've been multiple occasions where he's literally been assaulted for covering the news because Antifa is coming after him. Now he's reporting on a trans terrorist cell. This poor motherfucker is going to need security guards. If you get a chance, check out his coverage of this. Maybe the last thing he ever writes.
Holy crap!
People are
Bull
fucking
is
unhinged.
giving you money.
Speaking of unhinged,
I see that, Bull.
Greetings, greetings, Bull.
or our boy
Go buy some
Elon,
Firewater.
when he's not faking being
Thank you
awesome
for
at video
supporting the
games,
stream.
when he's not employing
Okay.
those Indian H-1B visa holders to
Ostensibly.
speedrun
You have the
Diablo
link
for
in
him,
case you want to come on. There you go.
you get world records at Path of
I
X.
mean,
don't
he
know what
could be
he's doing.
drunk. Do you really want that?
Do I think Elon's the greatest gamer ever?
I mean,
Did he probably fib and have somebody
You
play his
asked
games?
for it,
what's
Probably.
new?
I don't fucking
What's
know.
new?
I
Yeah,
don't
that is
care.
fair.
I
That
don't
is
see him on
fair.
speedrunning boards. But the day that
The
he puts
question
himself
is,
up on that, I expect
how
like
obnoxious are
what is
they
it,
if they are
Carl
caught?
Jacobson? What the fuck is
See,
that?
we're only allowed
Well,
to have
no.
at least
Story on
one
what they
member
did
of
on the,
Lucky.
Donkey Kong guy.
We've had 2 members.
Company.
We've
Tesla.
had,
We
we've had-
again,
Tesla bad because
it's the
Elon
no
bad, which is a little
luckies.
weird.
You
After
can't
being
have
told
more
we need to
than
be
one.
green
Only
energy. I
have
mean, look
one
at
at a time.
California. They just
So-
enacted, I believe it was this
Well,
year,
I mean,
We have
in
Aqua.
2025, that you can't have a gas-powered lawnmower anymore.
Rage
They're all,
is
going forward in 2025.
big member there.
It has to be
big
electric
focus,
powered.
big factor.
He's not a member.
Talking
He's
about
the boss.
EVs, and now they're going to be the
So, I
future,
mean,
even though nobody wants to
you
sit
really
on
can't bring
a
him in.
400 pound bomb.
You'd have to remove
Just a
somebody.
lithium battery that once those
Goddamn.
fuckers catch fire, good luck. But nonetheless, everybody's talking EVs this, EV that, so Tesla's in. Talking about the Cybertruck.
Oh God.
And of course, we've got a bunch of people out there going all Trudy
Oh,
on us,
we're talking about the Tesla
getting
now?
violent
Okay.
and mean about things. And I want to show you how quickly this escalated. I know when you hear about it on the news, you give it a little giggle. You think about some, I don't know,
Well, I gave
some
a
uptight
giggle for
suburbanite
your
king or Tesla,
fire
running
of
key
peace
across
and
a
love.
Cybertruck, and that's really all you think. Which, to be fair, is a good majority of it. But let's just take a look how quickly over the past 2 to 3 weeks, let's say, that this has really escalated. Just to give you an idea, a feel for it. Now, some of these don't have audio, obviously.
That's a
But
Karen.
this is the typical thing you'd expect. It has Sentry mode on these vehicles, so it has an automatic camera that pops up, and it's catching. Look at these motherfuckers, just keying the shit out of somebody's car. You got people trying to be real subtle about it, like, let my wife's fat ass block the camera as I subtly, cup the key in my hand. Nobody will notice it. The glare from my bald head will blind the camera. Nope,
just say
we
my
saw.
post. Okay.
We saw you loud
there
and
you go.
clear.
I mean,
people literally stopping
I'll
in
go
front of
share the
vehicles to do
stream.
it.
Show these boys
Just
some
walking
love.
back like nothing fucking happened.
Please.
I love this one. Oh,
Awesome.
that's a hefty boy.
It's not my stream.
That's a big fatty boom
It's
boom.
a nice thing to do. If you're on the stream, you
Fuck
should
Peter.
promote it.
You should.
Oh, I'm sorry. We need to
hell.
back that up. Back that thing up.
But that was a big one.
Shit. Now you are one fat motherfucker. When your mobility scooter, it needs to be
that wasn't a
reinforced
mobility
like it's a
scooter.
fucking
That was
outdoor
something
sport.
else.
For the
I'm
record,
sorry,
Arthur,
son,
not
but
to
your
shame
tits are
you,
so
I
big
don't want to
from-
contribute to peer pressure. I do
from fucking
feel
Church's
this
chicken.
sincerely.
And we need to put a roll
Never
bar
mind,
on this
Arthur.
bitch.
You do you. Don't
need
promote
monster
it.
truck
That's
tires,
fine.
Tommy.
Wow.
Look at that big boy.
Wow.
I the power.
God
yeah.
damn.
That's a fucking
Oh,
wrestling
oh,
ring.
That's
It reminds me of Earthquake.
that's a
Fucking
restructured quad.
Yokozuna
Hold on. I
over
saw
here,
this
mad at the
video,
fucking
and
Cybertruck.
forgive me,
It's like watching a hippo get
I
territorial.
had the most
I'm
uncharitable
gonna
thought
run
when I
real
saw
fast
it.
at you.
I know. I
So, you know,
gave
my
it to
dog
you
is kinda
though, but
retarded
I
every
still
time
got to
that I
call
have,
you out
like,
on
the,
it. Oh my god.
The blinds or curtains pulled aside, it'll see its
I'm
reflection
sure Carl
in the,
wouldn't do this.
the window and think it's another dog
But the
challenging it
thought
and then
didn't
barking at
cross my
itself for like
mind.
an hour.
A lot of
That's
things
kind of this
cross
fucking
people's
retarded
minds.
fat guy. Saw his reflection on the shiny Cybertruck and thought that's another hippo, and took a running fucking charge right at it.
I mean, if you cut him off
Listen,
the neck,
he's not
it
even a
looks very
protester. He's just a very
Carly.
confused, stupid black guy.
What is
He's
on his
running
back?
full speed. Big old fatty boom boom. Then he tries to back it up. He busted the suspension. Oh, shit. Fat Albert. You fuck.
Yeah, that was an earthquake.
What is this? Whoa, what the
Yeah,
hell?
they
It
fucked
wasn't,
in
and
Korea.
that makes it sadder for
Yeah.
everyone.
Wait, what is this? What the hell? Wait, what are you doing to this guy?
Take him out. I mean,
So it starts. It's escalating a little bit. So you got people that are first, keying cars, then running full speed with their ATVs into cars, then going to dealerships and breaking windows and getting arrested, doing your typical liberal fucking protest.
yeah.
My name's Frankie, and I'm getting arrested today protesting Elon Musk. Bought his way into office. He bought his way into heading a government agency. He bought his power at the expense of the American people, at the expense of our environment, at the expense of our world, and all of the people in it.
It's always the same talking points.
So
Yeah,
again,
but they're
that's
kind of
probably
right.
more than likely what comes to mind when you hear about the Tesla things that are going on. You're thinking, oh, they're keying cars or being goofy little liberal fucks at a Tesla dealership, and that's all that's going on. Let me show you the escalation of that. Let's just watch a few clips that have been also happening to Tesla drivers. Let's take a look at this completely
I
sane
mean, if this is
individual on the road.
Democrats hiring people from major industries
It's
and
like that
putting them
black
in major
guy. Saw his
areas of
reflection
power,
on
you
the
guys
side.
be
Now he's gotta
shitting
do
bricks
something.
over it. I mean, call a spade a spade.
I wish these had audio. I wish I
At
could hear him
Sparky,
say
big fat boom, boom, boom.
that. Oh, shit.
Really?
He's going to
Thank you,
187 him with that fucking taser. That's totally
Thank
sane.
you.
It's not an insane person behind that vehicle.
They all read from the same cue card. Yeah, pretty
Funded
much.
by you said, somebody in chat said. Yeah, there you go. that's pretty accurate.
Damn, some people
Funded by you
chopping.
said, yeah. Fucking insanity. Imagine getting run off the road by some fucking lunatic because you're driving a vehicle they didn't like. Look at this shit.
It's fine. It's
Molotov
normal.
cocktails being thrown in fucking businesses, burning shit to the
Jeez.
ground. They don't fucking care. They're so used to doing
This
this.
event involved an attack on the Tesla Collision and Sales Center on Tuesday, March 18th at approximately 02:45. The suspect used a firearm and Molotov cocktails to damage the center and destroy mobiles that were parked on site. We were able to identify and arrest the suspect involved in this attack. There's a couple social media photos that that have been circulated out there already.
Nice.
The suspect's name is Paul Kim, K-I-M. He's an Asian male adult, and he is 36 years of age.
Makes
He
sense.
attempted to mask his identity by wearing black attire, concealing his face, and wearing gloves. The suspect then began shooting the
Didn't this
surveillance
guy get
cameras
arrested?
with what
Yep.
appeared to be a rifle.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he did.
You can see an image here of the suspect pointing the rifle towards a camera. At least 2 surveillance cameras were damaged by gunfire. And then upon shooting the cameras, the
Stupid
suspect proceeded
motherfucker.
to the
Use
front
a
doors of the
paint
Tesla,
gun.
and he began spray painting the words
This was in
"resist"
Vegas, wasn't
across
it?
the door.
Yeah, it was in Vegas. Yeah.
He's
So
fucked.
it's gone
He's
from
fucked
people
hard.
keying
No,
Tesla
this is
vehicles
not
that
the
are parked
worst thing that ever
to
took
chasing
place in
people on
Vegas.
the
No, there's a
fucking
lot of
highway
weird things
in
that happen in
high-speed
Vegas,
pursuits,
but
pulling out shit that they're hoping
Main
other people
City,
will take as a gun.
you
It's a
really don't
taser in
fuck
that
around
case.
with too much.
To stalking
Yeah,
fucking
he's
dealerships
fucked.
with loaded weaponry, shooting
That
up surveillance
guy is
cameras
fucked.
dressed all in black,
It all depends
and then
on
Molotov
who owns that
cocktailing the
Tesla.
shit
You say
out of all the
that,
vehicles. God, where have we
but
seen behavior like this before?
what was the motivation of
taken
the
back.
shooting, the Mandalay
I
Bay
used to have
shooting
a
that
bit of a little
ostensibly took
habit
place
that I did back in the day when
I
I
just
did
don't
in a
know.
certain
streams
room?
twerking for justice.
In a certain
Back
hotel.
when the Floyd shit happened, back even a little before
Was that
that,
the Muslim one?
where you would see people
That was
thought
the
that they
rich
could
guy
fucking
that
do
brought all
anything,
those
and it escalated
suitcases
quite
and
a
it
bit
was
very
weirdly
quickly.
dead on the floor
But you
about
know what the
50 feet
difference
from the
is?
window.
As we see these people keying cars and pulling out weapons and getting
Yeah.
violent,
Oh, that
swerving at
one.
people and shooting guns
That
and throwing
one.
Molotov
That
cocktails.
one.
Okay. Yeah.
As they're getting
Was
arrested,
oddly shot dead laying on the
That
floor
never
towards
happened
the
before.
window that was 50 feet away from the window
This
and there was no blood near
sort
the
of
window.
person,
You know, that weird.
this
that's
mentality
weird one.
that
Weird,
they
yes.
have, that they're entitled
Ostensibly committing
to
suicide with a
criminality,
rifle,
that their
despite the
cause
fact
is
he
so
had
righteous
several
they can do
guns
anything
laid
they
on the
want.
bed
They can
some
destroy
distance
anything they
away.
want. They can harm anybody
Yeah, but
they
there's ways
want.
doing it without having
And
a
they're
lot of blood
justified in
being,
doing
you
it.
know,
That shit's not
released.
being allowed anymore. Their ass is getting
So,
rounded up
I would
pretty fucking
stress
quickly. They're getting taken up pretty fucking quickly. I mean, just take a look at our
shit's
little
weirder
freedom
than we
fighters.
know,
Yeah.
and we know that
these,
much.
these are the people that thought that they could, fuck around and
Oh,
not find out. Turns out they
It
did
is a
find out.
special
Wild.
group.
Turns out, being a fucking
Is this the
domestic
new versions of the
terrorist,
Power Rangers?
tried to scare the shit out of people and destroy things and fire guns and throw Molotovs.
So-
Tranny Rangers.
There are
So-
some fucking
What we are
repercussions.
seeing
Okay.
This is in
is the lowest
2016. This is in
rung,
2020.
the most
Right.
This isn't any of
expendable.
the previous eras where your little
So,
Antifa
here's a
communist
question.
bullshit
Okay,
was
you
allowed
think
to
that
flourish
these are
and there were
the,
no repercussions.
the trans people that are being
Now you're
like
getting
domestic
arrested.
terrorists being sent off that
And you're getting
no I was
humiliated.
talking about?
And everybody's looking at you and
These are the
thinking,
people getting sent to
huh,
jail. I hope they
so
get.
this is what these dysgenic fucks look like. These
Oh, never mind.
goofy,
This
ugly
is on
enemies
YouTube,
of
isn't it?
everything normal
It
and
doesn't
beautiful.
matter. I'm everywhere.
This is what
Go
they
for
are.
it.
Okay.
I don't care.
Just take a
Well, then
fucking
if these are the
good
trans
look at
people
them.
going to jail, I hope they
Really
get raped in the
soak it
butt.
in.
Oh,
Kind of deserve it for doing that shit.
well,
You're
It's everything
not
I
wrong,
imagined it would be.
but these are the lowest wrong.
like
But I don't
it.
want to just put it on the
Yeah.
look.
they would
I
like
want
it.
the
The
person
foot
who actually shot from
the
the
battle
Mandalay Bay
against Elon
window
Musk and his Tesla
to suffer the
dealership.
same fate.
Because sure,
And
you've
isn't
got
that guy they
trans
found
Tifa out there.
dead?
You've got these leftist commies,
Yeah,
these
I mean-
freedom
Okay,
fighters,
I gotta ask.
carrying out these
Are you
criminal
drinking?
activities and doing these dangerous, violent things.
He's got the shakes.
But don't think there isn't, support, tacit or otherwise, from
Yeah,
the
honestly,
top. Don't
if
think that there's not a subtle wink
it's
and a
fine.
nod
I
towards
don't
these
really
people.
kind of
From
worry about
politicians and
most
people
of
in
the shit.
power.
We're still
Case in
low
point,
level.
fucking Tim Walz,
Okay.
governor of the
I
state
am
that
going
I
to
happen to
start
live
with
in.
me.
On my phone, I know some of you know this on the iPhone. They've got that little stock app. I added
The
Tesla Tech to give
shakes
me a little boost
are
during the day.
not me.
I know. I've teased with you.
225 and
My
dropping.
avatar has Parkinson's. I don't, but my avatar does.
And
This
You just
takes
call it what
me
I
away.
call it,
If
the
you
avatar.
if
It's
you own
fine.
one, we're not
It
blaming you.
happens.
You can
After that,
take dental
Sparky's
floss and
correct.
pull the
They
Tesla
observed
thing
I am
off,
in
you know,
fact
and take out
spectacularly drunk,
I
unable
know
to
you so
walk
Oh,
well.
isn't
straight.
that cute?
Smash.
Tim's
love
out
it.
there. He's just having a
I know you
goof.
so well.
He's just saying some funny stuff. I mean, sure, every other day his
I
ass
hope
fat
you
seething
appreciate my
little,
honesty because I could have
bald
lied.
butt is on tell
I
you,
know, I
he's
do.
just
I appreciate the honesty. I would have
about
caught that
Elon
lie.
Musk and J.D. Vance. He hasn't taken losing that election very well at
But
all.
you're right, Sparky.
I mean, Kamala Harris is too busy drinking a
Well,
Mai
it's just
Tai
gonna be a
somewhere
fun
to
stream.
be coherent enough to be mad. And Biden's so
I
just like
typically try to
dementia-ridden.
avoid this.
I don't think he even knows there
but
was an
this
election.
wasn't
isn't
planned
Walls is out
because
there
I
doing
didn't
big
plan to
fucking
be
powder.
here because no one invited me.
Well,
Now,
I
here he
invited
is,
you. I forced that
gleefully
you should be
talking
here.
about Tesla stock going
It
under
was
because of the
spontaneous,
terrorist
but I
attacks
was
on
drunk
dealerships and on
when you
owners.
invited me at that
He's just
point.
loving it. He's
If
I
I
would
had
have
known
done
you were
it.
going to invite me,
But
I
Tim,
wouldn't
you know,
be
he forgot
drunk.
one small
It
thing.
doesn't matter, dude.
Which,
It is what it
Governor
is.
Leary happened to point out when he was on television.
You were there. I'm
It
like,
said,
why is an
whoopsie
argument there? No,
the
not
state
over
pension
here.
plan
And
happens to own
I was
1.8
trying to
million shares
do
of
it.
Tesla.
You usually do. So
So here's Tim Walz,
Clearly, I failed.
the head of the Minnesota government,
I would have gotten away with it if
taking
it
glee
wasn't
in
for
Tesla
you,
stock going under because of
Sparky.
terrorists. And who's losing money
All good.
because of
It's all
that?
good. It's all good.
But his constituents
I love it.
that would have been paid out through
It's
this,
beautiful.
It is.
through the fucking state pension plan. How absolutely
I
fucking
love the
retarded can he
numbers.
be?
I love the people. I love
But this
this.
shouldn't be a
This is
surprise for
beautiful.
anybody because this is the sort of thing
love
that
the
Walz
chaos.
and his family engages in. They did
Smells
this
nice.
back during the Floyd protest. You remember the Floyd protest? Let me give you a quick little refresher.
Want to update
We
you on
haven't
the continuing
forgotten
news
the Floyd
coming out of
protest.
Minneapolis this evening. A growing group of protesters have gathered.
Oh,
at the
by
front
the
of
way, Waltz was
Minneapolis
just
3rd
found out
precinct.
that he was
We'll give you a
betting
shot from
against
Sky
Tesla
4.
stock
You can see
recently.
the front of this
No
building is
bloody
on fire.
I'm
We also
aware.
know
Okay,
in
I'm
the
gonna
same
go
area
prep
that
for
the
the rest
Master
of the
Pawn
might
Shop,
be
which is a
drunk.
much
All right,
bigger
you
building,
have
is on
yourself
fire.
here.
An activist group live
If I
streamed
had
the
that
riots as
disposable
they have
money,
taken over this
I would
building.
have bought a
We're
fuck
not
ton
sure
of
how
Tesla
taking
stock.
over a building and the fire
Yeah.
goes together, but you can see people are throwing
If I didn't
wood
live
and
in
throwing
Ohio,
things
I'd
at
buy
the
a
fire,
Tesla.
making it continue to grow.
The National Guard is mobilized and heading to Minneapolis after more
Well,
violent
that's a great
protests
thing. Call your
erupt
ass
over the
on
death of an
something on
unarmed
fire.
black
Makes
man
sense.
in police custody. Frustration
How
over
would
the
they
lack
know?
of charges against
Or did
the officers has
the
turned into
war just
anger.
switch around?
Protesters are looting
Well,
stores and setting
Akko
buildings on
laughed
fire.
'cause they have
Police are
to deal with
responding with
extremely.
tear
We gotta
gas and
prepare.
rubber bullets.
Okay.
Outcry
I didn't
over
hear
video
this.
showing
We-
Officer Derek Chauvin's knee pressed into
That's all right,
George
Nick
Floyd's
Hill.
neck.
I
as he
got
said
it.
he couldn't
But
breathe,
again, I'm the one
sparked a
that
protest.
So
pays attention
here
to this
you
shit.
are, the
I'm the
governor
better
of a fucking
host.
state. And you've got
I allow the
violent
drunkards to do what the
people
drunkards
that
do.
are rioting.
See, now
This
you
isn't
can
a protest.
you can
This is a
invite
fucking riot.
the
They're
region
burning
board
down
because
businesses.
we have a room for
They're
a lucky
robbing
number.
every fucking store that didn't bolt shit down, or wasn't a library or a Barnes and Noble. They're out there stealing sneakers and TVs and video games, fucking ruining all the local businesses, destroying everything, taking over fucking police stations. And yet,
Oh God.
Walz and his administration and those directly under him, like the mayors of St. Paul and the mayors of Minneapolis, are nodding along with it, getting on their knees and giving a power fist, talking about how this is the voice of the oppressed and we need to listen. This isn't a riot, this is a
Yeah.
protest, and it's beautiful.
Hey,
Do you
it
know
was
his
inevitable.
fucking wife said that she used to smell the burning fucking buildings? And she'd leave her window open to smell the burning fucking buildings during the riot because that was beautiful to her?
I would say those first days, when there were riots, I could smell the burning tires. And
She liked the tires.
that was
Power up.
that was a very
She's a
real
burning tire.
thing. And I kept the windows open for as long as I could because I
Oh
felt
no,
like
that's
that was
too
such
good
a
for burn.
touchstone
That's a
of
put
what
down
was-
against burning
what
tires.
was happening.
I felt like that was such a
That's a
what
put down
a
to
crazy
burning tires
bitch.
everywhere.
Local business owners are losing their livelihoods. People are terrified as
Yeah,
law and
most
order
of them are
breaks
black.
down. Your police precinct was overrun, and you're sniffing burning tires because you think it's a beautiful thing?
People die.
Liberals
from
are
that.
out of their fucking minds.
Yeah.
This is the kind of insane shit we've been dealing with in this country for 4 fucking decades. And they got away with it.
Longer than
And they
that.
got away with it for a lot of reasons. But the Walls are a really good example because it's not just Tim gleefully dancing as state pensioners lose money because he wants to see Tesla be the victim of a terrorist assault.
Yeah, but
It's not his crazy fucking wife who
Kind
gets
of
off on the
understandable.
fact that businesses are being burned to the ground. Even his kid gets in on it. His
Well, that's how you
fucking
make
daughter
money, Dad.
goes to Twitter during the height of these riots and starts informing people when and where National Guard are going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Don't be afraid. Nobody's going to arrest you. Feel free to go out and loot and destroy shit. I'm the governor's daughter. Let me tell you when you can go create crime and not face any repercussions for it.
Uh-huh.
Because fuck law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. Because we want to create an atmosphere of anarcho-tyranny. We want to create a Minnesota where if you abide by the law
He's
and you
upset
pay your
'cause that's where he
taxes and you
is.
keep your fucking head down, you are a victim that can be bullied. And yet any illegal that comes in here and creates a massive scandal like those Somalis that took $250 million earmarked for school lunches and stole it all. Let's make sure that they don't get in trouble. Let's facilitate and help that happen. Let's let criminals get away with burning down local businesses. Even better.
Yeah,
Let's make
unfortunately,
sure
it
that
does
when
sound like
the
NYC.
law-abiding
Kind
citizen
of
who's
sounds
been
like most
forsaken
of the
by the state administration
United
and government,
States.
when the police are no longer functioning because they
Drunk
fired so
Orchid
many
is
of them,
not the
let's
best
make sure when they
orchid,
defend themselves in a
but it's probably the
situation
most
where their property or
entertaining
life is in
orchid,
danger
I grant.
because some criminal wants to act up, let's make sure they get in trouble. That's the exact example of anarcho-tyranny. That is what they set up. That's what we saw set up nationwide.
Yeah.
Which Chiefs
and of course,
passed.
they take it a step further, right? After the riots and all these businesses burned down, what happens? They set up an autonomous zone.
Now I
A
believe that all
no-go
Democrat
zone
politicians
in
and they're allowed
the
to use
area that
illegal.
was
But also
burned down and looted.
Republicans, you have to be careful.
Just
You gotta
like
watch out
CHOP
for the
that was in
rhinos. 'Cause
Seattle.
This is bad.
And what happens? Rapes, shootings, murders, thefts.
Yes. That's an
Nonstop.
important
It
thing
got
to
so bad.
recognize, Casual.
It got so bad
It's
because
not
of this shit.
just
That
the
businesses that
Democrats.
were in this area have filed a lawsuit against Minneapolis.
Both
They're
sides
suing
of
the
the political
government.
spectrum in the U.S. have been
Those
owned for a
businesses that were
very
in the middle
long
of this shit
time.
are suing the state government,
exceptions
saying you left us to rot.
are rare.
And I want you,
Yeah,
if you
both
ever get a
parties-
chance,
Exactly.
just for the fun of it,
I wonder if Nick Lucada's representing
maybe looking at data isn't
Nick
your
Recator?
Left wing,
idea of
right
fun.
wing,
So I'll just
same
give you a summary, I
fucking
suppose.
bird.
But
Yeah,
take a
you
look
forgot about them.
at
Yeah,
what
see,
happened to
that's
this
the hard
area,
part.
and
You-
specifically
most
Minneapolis
forget
and St.
about
Paul
that.
after these riots.
There's an effort to
The
make
excuse
Yes,
given
I
by
agree.
people
More
were,
rooftop
it was the voice
Koreans.
of the
I agree
oppressed,
there,
and we
Wesley.
need to hear it. And don't worry, any
Yes, we
businesses
should
that were
all
harmed will
be
get paid out by
rooftop
insurance.
Koreans.
So what
Absolutely
happened?
every fucking one of us
First off,
should be a rooftop
that didn't happen.
Korean.
Nobody got
So what you're saying
their
is we should
insurance didn't
identify
cover it,
as rooftop
or they
Koreans.
covered only 10
Yes.
to 20% of it.
Yes, there we go.
Or
I'm
what
Yes.
it was
okay
cover
with
the
that.
building, but not the merchandise, or the
Sounds like a
merchandise, but
plan.
not the building.
All of us.
And these people could not fucking recover. Then, even if they had a chance
the
to
rooftop
recover,
Koreans
an autonomous
showed
zone is
us
set up where there's no
the
law and order.
way.
You've got
This is
but
the way.
Jim,
druggies and
those
junkies
8
and
businesses
criminals
that you
doing
have
whatever
up
the
there
fuck
are
they want
black
all hours of the
business
day.
owners. They're owned by black.
You know, the point where cops
so-
can't even go in, EMS
Figure
can't
that
go
one
in,
out.
nobody can go in. So
That
even
was
if you
the
could
best thing
repair
about
your
that.
business, even if you
Yes.
could
In
self-insure,
That was
rooftop
actually the
Korean
best
master
thing.
repair
race
yourself privately,
concur.
you have no customers. Nobody wants to go there.
We can all be
You know, they
the
like to
rooftop
offload
Korean.
a lot of it onto COVID. This
We
is
all
this
should
next
be.
statistic where they're talking
We all
about
have a little bit.
Minneapolis
Of
and
a,
St. Paul
so what you're saying is we all have a little bit of a
It's saying that
rooftop
the
Korean
majority
inside
of
of
it
us.
Correct. It's just a
didn't
little bit of
bounce
Korean
back
in
to
everybody.
because of COVID.
Embrace it.
40 to 50%
Enhance it.
of actual commercial retail space
I
in
love it, though.
Minneapolis and St.
I
Paul
love it.
is unoccupied.
We need more of that shit.
I'll tell you why it's unoccupied. Nobody wants to do business in an area where
It
they
is
are
an
not protected.
embracement
That's why you
of
saw
common ground,
companies like
not
Target,
race.
which is Minnesota-based, move out of the Twin Cities.
Oh, yeah.
Walgreens shut down their stores. You hear a lot of people in the black community bring up the concept of a food desert, and yet won't ever address criminality
And
of
I
creating a
love
food
the
desert.
shit out of common ground.
If you burn down and loot
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
fucking stores in
boy.
your area, none of the stores want to be there. And so all these
No one
businesses
is in India.
got
How much I
completely
love
fucked
common
over.
ground.
It's true.
You know, Tim Walz recently, within I think the last 3 or 4 days,
You might
had to
think
go
you
out
know how much
publicly
I
and say
common
that he was
ground.
going to push for
You
state
have no idea.
employees to show up at least half the working days of their schedule in the office. And all his workers got mad, and the unions got mad. That's 40,000
Common
employees in the
ground.
state of Minnesota
Like Common Core?
showing up for half the fucking week.
Let's not
I speculate. The reason he's doing
my
is so he can get those
hometown is the
occupancy numbers up
birthplace
in
of
the Twin
Common Core.
Cities.
I know.
So he can say, no, look,
Congratulations.
see, there are more
I hate
people.
that
They're
shit.
showing up, and they're going to lunch at
And
local
so do
cafes,
I,
and everything's
and
fine.
I actually
Everything is
am
not fine.
refraining from hating you
The Twin
very
Cities are
fervently.
shit.
It's right after I got out of school, they
And,
started Common Core. Then they
you know,
got
the
rid of
reason
that
I bring
shit
this
real
up,
quick.
the Lloyd protests
Yeah,
and the
I came
autonomous zone
back
and what
just
happened
a
to
little
businesses
altered.
with insurance and everything else after that
I hate my town.
is to show you the
I
difference.
fucking hate it.
The people that did this shit,
Many of the
that
worst
burned down these
ideas-
businesses, that took the police station, that drove
A
out
lot of
comes
teachers
back.
people
refused to
that lived
teach
in
it
the
here,
neighborhood.
which was hilarious.
You know, that gave birth to all this criminality and
Look,
car theft and
We
drugs.
should be used
and,
to worse
murders and
ideas
shootings that are
coming
happening
back
right now in the Twin
slightly
Cities.
altered.
They were never really dealt with. They were never prosecuted
One
or
word.
arrested. Now compare that
Communism.
to the Tesla.
Jesus.
It's the same MO. Sending out
Only if I
unhinged,
get to be
crazy
the
people
dictator.
to create crimes and then
It's all
trying to spur it on.
communism's about the biggest dick in
Except
town.
this time it's different. This time, nobody's putting up with it.
And I'm just the biggest asshole.
People are
so I
getting
can hide
arrested.
that.
They're getting prosecuted. They're not allowed to just go out
That's
and be
wrong.
assholes and burn down shit and create crime and make everybody fucking miserable. Now we get to look at their mugshots and say, wow, those are some ugly fucking people.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are a lot of ugly people
No,
out there.
you don't look good in a dress. Yo, you are as big as a hippo, and I don't know what's going on with the guy on the left, but boy, he looks sad. Maybe he understands he's going to pound me in the or up the ass federal prison for 20 years.
The one in the middle's excited.
So again, you get a little mad. You see the
The one
things
in
that are
the
going
middle's
on, you get a little
excited.
upset
They
about
get
it,
all
but
the
then you
ass-
realize
the one in the middle
shit's on the
Oh my
upturn.
God! Finally,
Just
I'm
like
gonna
the
be
tranny
picked.
Shit's on the upturn. People aren't being so accepting of this crazy shit anymore.
Black
People are
guy,
just
the black
rolling
guy
over
is
and
like,
allowing it to be and
another
saying,
day,
"Oh, you know
another
what?
dollar."
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. We'll let
going
that
back
happen."
again.
Oh my God, the lunacy in this country was off the charts.
It
The
still
Western
is.
world
It's
itself
fun.
had gone
Got
insane.
weirder.
And it felt hopeless. You talk about blackpilling, right? For years it felt hopeless. It felt like you were just watching a slow motion train crash. And that nothing was
We
ever
were.
going to right it. Nothing was going to stop it. It was just some final destination shit. It had already been predetermined.
Technically,
There was a destiny to it.
nothing really stopped.
And there was no way your average person was going to be able to stop it. But somebody
None of it
pulled the
did.
brakes. They hit the emergency brake. Conductor, I
So-
wish I had that clip.
Yep.
Conductor, there's a problem. Conductor. But that's what happened. Somebody said enough. This is fucking crazy. Oh. That's why I said it's the America's back, baby.
Well, you hope.
I think this nicely segues. As we're talking about criminal
We all-
elements and crazy people, this
well,
nicely segues
Americans
into our
have
illegal
to.
immigrants
Yeah,
discussion.
no, I agree.
Again, I think one of the
Uh,
more recent polls, I know
let's pick
CNN
up
has
the
pulled this
soap
quite a few
face.
times where they
Yep.
ask different groups. What do you think about President
Look, one of the
Trump's
most
policies
shocking
in regards to a lot of
things
things?
in recent years
But I'm
is
pretty
the
sure
sheer
there's
degree to how
Associated
bad it
Press or
actually
NPR.
is.
There was some kind of study,
As-
a poll that was put out.
If you
when they asked
think
people, do you agree
Biden was low point
with deporting illegal
or
immigrants?
Trump was low
yes,
point,
no, basic question.
either way, you're
And
fucking
the
wrong.
respondents rate was 80% yes.
Because the shit
80%,
hit the
regardless of
fan
political affiliation, said, yeah,
several
we don't want
decades
illegal immigrants in
prior,
the country.
and no one meaningfully
Because
noticed.
really, what's the justification
Well,
for it?
Mm.
If you
That is
immigrate to
true.
the United
I
States,
mean, I did pay
regardless of the
attention
avenue
back when
that
I
you
was getting
choose
out
to
of
do that through.
out of high school, going
There's
into
a
college. and
process
I'm
to
like,
it. It takes
something's
time. It's a
wrong
lot of
here.
fucking effort. It's not really that simple.
It's been wrong for a long
And all these
time.
people
I
that put this
personally
fucking effort
recognize
and
it
time
around
into it,
W,
that played by the rules.
but it's
Yeah.
gotten so
Have you
much
noticed
worse
that's a common
since.
theme?
Look,
Like walls
I
in
am
Minnesota, where
not
if you're a law-abiding
angry
citizen, you get
about it
fucked.
not
If you
being
play by
noticed
the rules, you
sooner.
get fucked. But
I
if
wish
you're
it had been.
an ungrateful,
Yeah.
unhinged lunatic,
Bush
will kiss your
W
ass
set
coddle
the
you, pay
standard.
you, and feed you.
Yes,
So
to
here you
a
are
degree,
immigrating to this
but
country.
it really
Through all
kind of
these hoops.
dates back
Takes you
to
all these
Nixon
years.
time frame.
Ah,
They just spit in
Nixon.
your face and let this
With
illegal immigrant
respect,
come in.
I
They don't give a
think
fuck.
the assassination of JK
But oh boy,
is
Yeah.
where
you
it
thought you will not
really
be
hit
you'll
the
never be a
fan.
woman was
It
based.
did. It did.
Let me show
But
you
that's
the
because of the fact that,
propaganda.
like we said
Let me
before,
show you
with the
the
creation of the
commercial
United States, they were able
that
to
American El
infiltrate
Salvador
everything.
has put together.
Arbitrary.
It's
As
You
far
gotta-
as illegal
and
immigration in the United
because
States
it was
goes.
a success.
Yeah.
So
Everyone
good.
bought it.
Oh,
Even
who we got
I
here?
bought it in my youth, and
Yeah.
this is a shame I must bear.
Oh, is this when the
Yeah.
deportation of the people that kind of questionable?
Oh, the deportation of many criminals that.
No, not just criminals. Some were actually legit citizens.
Oh,
That's the problem. Some were criminals, some were legit citizens. Some of them were trying to flee this location, got okay to go through, and then Trump sent them back.
Yeah, I don't actually give a shit what Trump does, where it isn't mostly positive.
Yeah, I agree. He's positive, but he's got some negatives that kind of okay.
He's got negatives, but this is the most net positive I've seen in
this
my
portion, yeah.
lifetime.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
No one gets it right. He's not getting it right. He's doing a lot better with his first term. If he gets a third term, I'm very concerned, and you should probably call me on that shit.
Don't worry. That is a possibility. He might get a third term if his people run it just right.
Archer.
I don't want that.
Archer, just so you know, though, Kennedy's death where it went wrong, but it also went very right at the same time, because it kind of prevented a nuclear war. Because all the world leaders realized, oh shit, I could die.
To a degree, yes, but
even Schwarzkopf was like, oh, we could calm this shit down.
Trump can't get. No, there is some people within the on the Republican side are trying to rework it so that if you don't get a back-to-back term, you get another shot at getting a back-to-back.
I don't see what the assassination did even.
I really don't want that because things would get so fucked.
Oh, I know.
Look, I actually am aware that JFK was probably a ridiculous idiot party boy who was high off his mind, off of meth that he thought was a vitamin B shot, and so was Jackie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, most of the Kennedys were like that.
All the Kennedys, except for the recent ones. Some of the recent ones.
Then, the fact that we accepted this assassination president was.
Oh, this one would be the actual
not,
MS-13 groups that they got from Venezuela. Was it Venezuela?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This would be the legit ones. The
Oh,
ones
yeah.
that came from the United States downwards, kind of questionable. Very up.
The age of fucking around is over, Juan. Donde es Juan? Juan is a key.
We were talking about topics that span decades.
My god.
Yeah.
Went from bleeding heart America to put him in chains and shave his fucking
I don't
head.
think MS-13 and Lisbon gangs
Based El Salvador.
mesh well.
Oh, we'll send him by
You know,
plane load. Send him over.
assassination.
Oh, I
There's
love
actually
this brutal
people going,
American
"Oh my
shit.
God, these poor
I
people,"
love this
because
America's not fucking
there's
around.
legitimate stupid
No, it
fucks
feels
going,
good.
"Oh
Oh,
well,
it feels
innocent
so
trainees
good.
are getting treated like this." No, just violent criminals.
If only we were lucky.
Massive.
If only we were
Yeah,
that
that
lucky.
would be a good luck, but no,
I want to try
there's
to
been
really
some
just
questionables
kind of
that went
highlight this
over.
for you. Here's a
and
tweet from the fucking
I
White
know on
House.
the George W.
This is from the
judges
goddamn
have
official
put
White House
suspensions
account.
on up
And
until
what's this in
about,
relation
late
to
April.
what this talking about? Oh, let me show you.
So no
I
deportation.
fatty boom boom.
cannot
illegal immigrant, a
thoroughly
fentanyl
articulate
dealer
in words
who'd already
that
stuck into the
are
country
mostly
twice, mind you,
inarticulate, screaming in rage
got
over
arrested.
how much
Was, oh,
I
it's just so
fucking
sad. Oh my
hate
God, it's so
George
sad, don't you?
W.
Oh God.
Bush.
Oh, a brown person's crying.
Well, I
Let's
get
get
it.
rid of the Constitution. White House is like, fuck her. Fuck that shit. I don't
Yes.
care, fatty boom boom. You're going to El
Did I-
Salvador.
did I say it was gonna
We're
be
gonna
covering
shave
some
your
of
head
this?
and put you in a cage.
Yep.
And
you
let
did.
Americans pay a zoo
I
fee to laugh at
recognized it.
you.
Bye-bye.
That's going to be great for both our economies. It's going to be a new fucking vacation destination. Come to El Salvador.
W
Throw
was
peanuts at gangbangers.
an
MS-13, Tren de Agua,
was and
fentanyl
is.
runners,
He never
coyotes.
stopped.
Oh
He's
my
still
God, here's a big
alive.
fucking
He
bucket
is
of
a
popcorn.
walking humanoid
the
red
toilets you
flag.
asked, the accommodations?
It's
Well,
true.
we put toilets right over their cages, so you could just take a shit right on their head. Welcome to El Salvador.
El
Welcome
Salvador
to the
is
new
the
cruise
The
weirdest
destination.
entire
location no one wants to be
Cheney
in.
family.
You got Homan out there. Watch this. This is a protest going on against Homan. This is one he had arrested one of the students for all their pro-Palestinian shit
I'm
and anti-American
sorry,
stuff
I
at a
might
college
yell
campus.
there.
And
It's
he
okay.
doesn't give a fuck. Him and his boys just walking through a gaggle of hippies, laughing at the dirty fucking communists, eating an apple, not even giving a fuck. They got their signs in Spanish. Probably not a good start if you want
Thank
people
you
to
for
actually read
giving
it.
us-
I don't think Homan gives a shit. Imagine trying to shame him in Spanish. Remember, I'll just give you a feeling of who Homan is, how bad a decision this was for them.
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. That's
Shells
great.
up there just dropping
Fucking
nukes
A.
on motherfuckers. Is there any way we can protect the children?
That sounds
Yeah,
very
we'll send
harsh,
them
but
back. We've got
God
plenty of little
damn it,
prison cells in El
Hernandez
Salvador.
Jace.
Fuck you. Oh. You know, there was a Senate hearing where they had Homan in front of it, and they basically tried to set him up with this question. He didn't give such a hard-ass one, but it was still funny. It was equally good.
Okay, so
What do you say? Oh, my God, this is a
shouldn't
family
give
separation.
it,
thing. How could you deport these people? It's going to separate children from their parents. And his response was actually a pretty good one. I
I'm
hadn't
not
thought of it.
certain he can't.
You know, that happens to Americans, and it has since we had a legal system.
If he
If
does,
you
then I
commit a
hate
crime in
him.
this country,
I don't
we
want to hate him.
separate you from your children. You go to jail. We don't send, you know,
We
your
can't like
kids
everybody.
are what we're concerned about. We deal with the fucking criminals.
He won't
So
get
I
a
don't
third
have a
term.
problem with
like him.
I don't think
Americans
he wants a
getting
third term.
separated from their families. Why do you have a problem with
I
illegal
don't think he
immigrants
wants a
being
third term.
shipped the fuck out of here?
I want to believe Trump
But yeah,
is smart enough
acquiesce. Do you all
not
send the
to get
children
a
with them
third
too?
term.
She just didn't have
We
response
all
to that.
want to believe that,
What's her
but we all
response gonna
know
be?
that
You know, every
he
time
would
they
love
bring
to
him
have it.
up to try to, you know, tisk him,
No, I don't
chastise
know
him,
that.
try to get him
And
to admit
quite
that he's too
frankly,
hard
I don't know that
wrong
mostly
about this.
because
He
he
starts
has
dropping
stunned the
statistics. He
fuck out
starts
of me.
talking about
I
shit
hated
that
him.
makes him very
I
uncomfortable.
did.
Tell you why I
Most
hate
of
him,
my
because you and no
life,
one else in this room has
I
seen what I've
hated
seen in my
Trump.
34 years. You didn't stand in the back
But
of
then he was a shockingly good president, and
I
I
get it.
really shit.
5-year-old boy. What do
It
you think
hurts.
his last 30 minutes were like? I was there. I seen it.
I
smelled
don't
it,
want
saw it.
her
I had
to
a 5-year-old boy at the
reevaluate
time,
again.
and it changed me for the rest of my life. I've seen people who couldn't pay their smuggling fees got stabbed in the face 22 times. 31%
I
of the
thought he
women are
was
being
an
raped crossing
avatar
this
of
border.
everything
Children
I
are
hate
dying.
most.
Cartels are getting rich. Why am I angry? Because you
And
haven't done anything.
let's say he
to fix it.
is.
Nothing.
He's still better than the
People have
last
been 2 years trying to close the 3 loopholes
20
that God
presidents
said
or
needs to be
so.
closed. And you haven't taken one
Yeah,
action.
again,
There's a
your
policy
modern
or
president list
initiative
isn't the
that's going to
greatest.
cause an illegal alien be arrested or be detained or be removed. We're going to have a hearing within days.
I'm way too
Within
loud.
days.
I'm
Better than
sorry.
I'm
most.
not waiting
Voice
on a hearing on
modulation is not
sanctuary
working
cities
right.
because these people's lives have been changed forever. Where's the hearing on sanctuary cities? Where's the hearings? Where's the hearing on the asylum abuse? Where's the hearing on the TV PRA so we treat children from Central America better? That's why I'm angry, sir. I know it's not paying attention, but that's why I'm angry, because you have not seen what I've seen, and it affected me in my life. I spent my career trying to save lives. And when I see what's going on in the southern border right now, and you're ignoring it for political reasons, why not have a hearing on that? Why not fix the problem and close the loopholes? Why not do, there's no downside in securing our border. There's no downside in illegal immigration being decreased. There's no downside on less drugs come in this country. Opioids, I see opioids
Well,
kill
the
every man,
downside
woman,
is you
child,
guys
3
are
times.
actually
There's
putting
no
the bill for
downside in
this.
taking money out of
No,
cartels'
this is,
hands.
he's absolutely
None.
right. How do I support him better?
Oh, he's always lighting them on fire. Always.
That's true. He is doing that.
Our immigration policy in this country has been insane. The political establishment,
Friends,
bureaucracy
we have a
allowing
lot of
illegal
common
immigrants to
ground.
have
There's a
their
lot of
way with
things
this
we can
country has been insane.
unite around.
And the attitude of people that have come here
There's one universal
illegally
common ground, but we're
or
not getting into
have
that.
facilitated and helped illegal immigrants in
In-
ways that are just egregious and have no
I just-
repercussions for it for years was
This
just
is a better
outrageous.
common ground as well.
Maybe you remember this guy. Let me
For
tell
Americans,
you probably have
at
seen a
least.
clip or two of this. Let me show you this
I mean,
shit.
if you want to, sneak into
que
the
a
U.S.,
ustedes
it's not a very common
no
ground.
les duele mi contenido, les duele es que yo facture más
Yeah,
que
I've seen this.
ustedes
Dwarf made a
sin
video about this
necesidad
today.
Yeah.
de andar como esclavos. Capichi, esa es la diferencia tuya y
Yeah,
mía.
for them,
Que yo
this
siempre
is
voy
not
a
a common
hacer
ground.
dinero sin mucho trabajo y tú un explotado.
This arrogant little fuckwit. And what is he talking about making money off of? What was he doing that was making him so popular on social media platforms? This is the shit he was doing.
Mi gente, he pensado invadir una casa en United States.
Okay.
Ya que me enteré que existe una ley que
His
dice
Spanish is real
que
shit
si
for
una
being a
casa
Spanish-speaking person.
no está
Depends on
habitada,
whereabouts he's from. It's still
podemos
different.
expropiarla.
I mean,
I
if
don't
he's Mexican, it's
know.
a whole new
Muchachos,
language. If he's from
aquí
El
en
Salvador, it's a
United
different
States
language altogether.
también se aplica
How
la de
native a
invasión
speaker
de
are any of
terreno.
us?
Y creo
True.
que ese será mi
Especially when
próximo
we get drunker.
negocio. Invadir casas
I
abandonadas.
don't pretend to understand any
He
language.
set up a social media account to
And
help
I still
encourage
struggle
and
with
to
it.
explain to
I
illegal
know, right?
immigrants that were coming into the country via the southern border via coyotes
Yeah,
how
but
to
you,
take
you have a thing
advantage
called
of the
freedom of
welfare
speech,
states,
remember?
how to inhabit houses and take over properties. And he was getting millions,
Freedom of
millions of
speech
views.
is not
Mind you,
obligation.
he did this under Biden. Nothing happened to
No,
him.
that is
Oh,
fair.
that's
That is
just
very
he
fair.
was just kidding. Wink, wink. Oh, what are you guys getting so mad
But
about?
there are people who would actually
Now,
defend
Trump's been in
freedom of
office
speech.
2 months. What do you think happened to our sunshine boy
You know,
here?
all that you know.
Mister, let me help illegal immigrants fuck over the United States and drain taxpayer dollars.
Hello, madam.
Oopsie.
I'm a
Venezuelan
fervent,
national in the U.S. illegally who encouraged other illegal immigrants on TikTok to live and invade abandoned houses as squatters has been deported.
I'm a bad Texan. I don't understand.
I'm
so
sad. Oh, you were so confident. You were
Dragon,
flashing big
he's
money.
from the from
look
that
at the
area.
wads of money Mr. Scott. Oh my God, he's so much better than we are. Adios,
I'm
amigo.
also a
Adios,
fervent, dangerous,
amigo.
and vitriolic
Donde
antagonist
your ass?
of obligation
It's not a key
of speech.
anymore, homeboy.
Oh, there you go. See, I like that.
He fucked her out and he found out. Oh, so
He's from
sad.
Venezuela. It makes
So
sense.
sad, mi amigo.
It dovetails perfectly.
Listen, we got to be honest here. If you're a taxpayer,
Also, I
if you're
apologize for
living
my
your life as a
avatar,
good
which
citizen,
apparently
and then you're
continues to have
encountering shit like
autism.
this,
That bothers me immensely.
where illegal immigrants
It's
are
all
using
good.
TIN numbers
We're fine.
without having to provide any work history
We
or
haven't yelled at you,
documentation
so you're good.
about if they were here illegally or if they even had
I
the
know
money to
Swahili.
facilitate this. We're guaranteed
See, there you
government
go.
loans to buy houses.
It mostly bothers
When
me,
you struggle
and
working
I
your
project
job,
upon all of
clearing
you,
off
it
your
bothering
credit
you.
history,
And
and getting a down payment
It bothers
together
you.
by
It's
hook or by crook,
kind of a
making your
one-way
family
thing.
working
It
extra
hasn't
jobs,
bothered
selling your
us.
shit
If it does, we'll let
to
you know.
maybe get into a low-priced
you.
house.
You're
that
welcome.
Maybe you're lucky enough to squeak into at an exorbitant.
Trust me, we were kind of for it on
fucking
that one.
interest rate. And these
I
motherfuckers who
appreciate
come
it,
here, sometimes
because it's
just
bothering the
blatantly
fuck out of
illegally,
me beyond
are
words.
guaranteed loans
It's
upwards
okay.
of $500,000 to the government without having to provide any documentation, without any credit history, search, or work history. That they get to live in a fucking McMansion while you're barely in the low end of middle-class suburbia after busting your ass for a decade or 2 decades or 3 fucking decades? That kind of shit goes on when you can't afford your fucking food because the prices have become so egregious because the Biden administration and leaders in general don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then you find out that New York had a culturally sensitive food program.
Yes.
That gave illegal immigrants and immigrants in the city, in New York City,
This was known.
extra fucking money on top of their welfare.
I'm surprised you figured it out.
To get culturally sensitive food. Because apparently if you're from a South
Or was he
American
holding on
country,
to
eating a
something?
sandwich
This
is
has been known for a
upsetting.
bit.
So here's an extra couple $100 per person in the family.
Don't
Because you
talk
need
about the hotel
culturally
stuff.
sensitive food.
That
And
exists.
don't worry if your tummy gets upset because, hey, free health care.
Yeah.
We'll just sign you right the fuck up.
That's normal.
So
for
enjoy
Cali.
your free house.
Oh, do you have
your
headaches?
free food.
Yeah.
And your free health
You get
care.
disabled
As you
disability.
came in here breaking the law illegally, and you face no punishment for the crimes you've committed.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the statistics that Homan are releasing, that they're talking about when ICE is deporting people, about how these people have criminal records where they rape fucking children and get $500 to $2,500 bond amounts for raping fucking
No, I get
toddlers.
it's enraging, but that's how the
And they're finally
government
picked
kind
up
of
and deported.
roll, unfortunately.
So sorry if I don't
Yes.
fucking care anymore. Sorry if putting a little bra
They'd
kid
rather
that's crying
have
on
you
television
versus
doesn't
them,
sway me anymore.
not as in not you versus the government, you versus
maybe
the other person, so that
as we
infighting's
watch Elon
happening.
Musk and
Well, the
we
government can
watch
dance on and do
Doge
other things.
start to go through USAID and all these
Happens on
different
the
things.
Republican
And we
side.
can afford things. We can afford health care for our citizens. We can afford Social Security. We can even provide welfare. We have the fucking money. It's just maybe don't allow the corrupt and the illegal to take it from you. For so long, 30, 40, 50 fucking years, this country's had a debate, an argument when it comes to the social safety net on whether or not it was affordable, on what we're going to do when the money ran out. Well, the money was running out because it was being funneled illegally to people to build up a voter base for a political party that's not popular.
Facial lately.
With the egregious amount of government waste, the ridiculous amount that was funneled into illegal immigrants.
Also, likewise,
And so,
Metro.
what's the retaliation for that, for seeing this kind of shit?
I would
getting its,
argue that a good
kneecaps
Texan
kicked out?
should refuse to.
Oh, it's fucking protests and terrorist attacks. That's what it is.
Texas shed
Trying the same old
blood,
shit they did
not
before. Let me tell you,
Tatler
it's not
and
gonna. They're not gonna just roll
That is
over
true.
either. They're gonna try every kind of approach they can. They're gonna use activist judges.
Alamo,
They're going to try to
motherfuckers.
stall up government.
Alamo.
They are going to try to use
Alamo.
journalistic
Remember the
connections.
Alamo.
They are going to do anything they can. Social media
They have
manipulation
fancy
to
hats.
create
At
a
least
false
one person had a
consensus
fancy hat.
narrative. Whatever they need to do.
He made it out of coonskin.
Because they've
It's awesome.
lost power. Because the American people finally said, I'm tired. I'm
It might have
tired of
been
being poor.
imperfect, but it
I'm
sent a
tired
good
of being
message.
treated like shit.
Oh, yeah, it was
I'm
messy.
tired of being told I'm bad. I'm tired
Mexicans
of people having a
remember
better
Alamo,
life than me
that's
when
for
they weren't
sure.
even from this fucking country and came here illegally. I'm
They're
tired of
still
paying
mad
into a
about
system
that.
that forsook me.
That's the
they
Gulf
are, they
I'm
are.
tired
America.
of living in an area like fucking North Carolina where everything could be destroyed.
Texas
They
and
look
is
you
not
back
can
fondly,
punish
kind of
Mexico.
charities
like,
for
you know
helping
what, it's
people
all
out
good.
while routing the money that should
Texas
have
should
gone to
never
them
be
to other
Mexico.
fucking private NGOs that do nothing because their
Yeah.
cousin's sister's brother works there.
I feel
And he
like
wants
that
another big
he's a
mansion.
little skitty because it's kind of close to his
So,
his
I
issues.
agree with Homan. Send him off. I love El Salvador. Let them build all the super prisons they want. Let's
Well, they only
funnel them all
built
down there.
one,
Fuck it.
and it's only for men.
Let the brutal American imagery take root everywhere.
Trans men as
Fuck 'em.
well.
Men.
Or trans women, whatever it is. I don't know.
It's
Oh, my
trans women,
God.
but it's men.
Yeah,
They're all
men.
men's prison.
It's getting a little heated here. Oh, boy. That brings me
To another commercial?
There
There you go.
Drop here. Medicare.myshopify.com. Feel free to pick up the multitude of new merchandise that's available, but especially brutal Americanism. Brings me to my final point here.
Oh, okay.
This was a tweet put out because it's an article from The Atlantic. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance have created a brand new stereotype for America. Not the quiet American, not the ugly American, but the brutal American.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Annie Applebaum
I'm
writes,
okay with that.
whatever illusions Europeans ever had about Americans, those are shattered.
No, they
Oh, are
never
they?
had any.
Are they
They didn't have any
Are they
charitable
Annie
ones.
Applebaum?
Yeah.
Are they shattered?
And
Let's
because
talk
they're
about
to the worst nightmares,
how America
then
has been treated.
so much the better. Fuck
Just
those
Yeah.
guys.
In general,
All they
from the
kind of went
rest
was,
the
yeah,
world.
that's
Let's
how
just
Americans are. They've
focus
been
on
kind
it.
of
Not
playing
just at
the
the egregious corruption that was in this country,
game.
They've been
waste and fraud and abuse that had been going on, the
excessively
criminality by certain factions that just
self-charitable,
went
because
unpunished. Let's put that
I
aside. Let's
don't
talk
think
about the
America
world in
is
general and how they
inclined to
treated
start a
us.
world
Because
war
this
against
plays into, you
Russia
said,
for
and
the
it
sake
plays
of
into
the
how we've
fucking EU.
been made to think of
That
ourselves.
is true. That is true.
We've been treated like shit.
But basically, they just want to have the proxy
America
war
is
going on because
uneducated.
they're able
America
to
is
get rid of
brutish.
all the
It's
old stuff.
ill-mannered. America doesn't know
I mean,
how to behave
U.S.
itself.
enjoyed it
If
because
the
they got
EU wants to take
they
Russia
don't
all the
compare
old
it to the
military shit
sophistication of
to the
tourists
Ukraine.
from other parts of the world.
Fuck them.
America doesn't know how to take care of its own people. They don't have socialized
not a
medicine
good
like we do.
With
I'm so
sandpaper.
fucking tired of Canadians and Europeans spitting in our face with their hands out. When you look at the amount of money that our government funneled into projects that were in other nations,
Okay, Medicare is right across the
billions
board. Let's
and
bust
billions of fucking dollars that was just put under the table to all these
Sorry
different
to you,
countries
Rogue.
for everything
I
from
know, right?
fucking
Jeez.
transgender studies, black dance studies.
Yeah,
any
but that was all
retarded
part of
thing you could think
USDA
of that
to
would
get
get
to
them to be able to
subvert
take money from
the
one
rest of
place
the
and to
world.
put it into another. And the amount of shit that we've taken. America wants to be the world police.
Take more shit.
America thinks itself as high and mighty. They should feel, America's stupid, really. America's dumb. They're ugly. They're fat.
No, excuse me.
Yeah, I guess you could.
It's
I
really
mean,
rich to me that we're
you're
called
not
such an
wrong.
obese nation. Did you know
Well,
that 50%
I mean,
of the Chinese
realistically,
population is
if it
obese?
wasn't for the fact
Do you know
that
Europeans, like the
your
UK, it's
dollar is
60, 70,
is pretty
80%?
much being propped up by the rest of the world,
They like to
your
call us
economy would
fat,
be,
but they're
kind
pretty
of
fat
questionable.
themselves.
That's
They
true.
like to call us ugly. Have you
So,
ever
I
taken
mean,
a look at a Brit?
if the
Canadian, for
global
that matter?
economy decided to go away from the
They
greenback
take our
to, let's
money
say,
and
the
they shit on
yuan,
us.
then
internally and
the yuan or
externally,
yang, whatever the Chinese dollar is,
for
then
decades now,
the Chinese dollar is going to
Americans
go
have been
through the
made to
roof.
feel
They're going to have
bad.
more money than God
Especially if you were
itself.
white, especially if you were male,
This
especially if you were
is-
Christian, if you were middle
So,
class. If you
Yeah,
were just
I mean,
fucking
right now,
normal
as
and quiet and law-abiding.
Americans, you guys should be really
You were
focusing on
told you were
American-based
evil and
things
wrong, and everything
and
was your
stay away from
fault,
the rest of the
that
global
you
world.
needed
Let
to
them figure this shit out.
give reparations to
But
everyone
you
and
guys
anyone that
spent a
ever
lot
asked
of
for
money,
it,
governmentally,
that you shouldn't be allowed to speak or advance,
across the board
be
to try
judged on your
to
merits or your creativity,
create
given a
shit
chance
for
to
nothing.
innovate or to create, that you needed to be quiet. It was other people's turn at the helm now, that the world wasn't going to tolerate your shit anymore, and America was going to be subservient and a little whipping boy for everybody else. And it really became more noticeable once that money tap was turned off. Because boy, did they get smug as fuck. Started running their little fucking mouths about what they thought and how we needed to be taught a lesson. How many provincial governors in Canada
I am
started making
approaching
threats
10
to
minutes of the
Americans when we
schedule.
put tariffs on them? I want them to starve. I want Americans to suffer. Because we didn't want to have a trade deficit of $60 billion with a country that's 1/10 our fucking size, or 1/30 our economy?
Deficit. That's where you got the
What
numbers
exactly do
wrong.
you
Trump
provide
is,
that no other
is
country
preaching wrong
could?
numbers. Sorry.
You need our trade routes. We could trade via land, sea, and air. If we cut you off, what do
Failure
you
to
have, Canada?
grasp scale
What do you provide exactly?
is very human. Almost to be expected, really.
We're not Americans,
And
sir.
that's
We
also
should
what's
cut off their
happening beyond a
electricity.
larger
How
scale.
dare they not let us rob
The
them via
EU
tariffs?
thinks they might
The
potentially command
absolute fucking
America.
gall. When
What
you
the
have your
fuck are
major
they
oil
thinking?
pipelines running through our territory,
It's
champ.
the EU. It's Brussels.
Good luck
They think-
rebuilding those over
Brussels
land.
thinks we
Take
have
about 3 fucking years.
all
I'm sure the Russians
classic Nazi German
love to sell
stuff.
you energy.
My point is that they're
400%
out
the
of their
markup. Enjoy
absolute
that.
fucking minds because they're dealing
I
with
want
a
Americans to
megalith
suffer
beyond
because
their
they don't want to take your shit
understanding. The
We're hearing
amazing
that
thing about
sentiment
America
repeated from
isn't
Europe.
that it's
From the
dysfunctional.
UK. Are you
The
kidding me?
amazing thing about
The
America
British
is
want to
that
get
it
smarmy
fucking
about
works
this?
at all.
You
And
fuckers
it is
can't even own a
because it's
sword.
dysfunctional.
They just outlawed
Yes.
ninja swords
I agree with that one, Gemax.
in your country because
It works
knife
because
fighting.
it's
It is
dysfunctional. That's the
dysfunctional.
reason.
Somehow
weird?
it trundles along regardless.
Ninja
That's
swords come from Japan. A lot of ninja swords in Japan.
pretty
They
much
didn't need to ban them
miraculous.
because there's not a lot of ninja sword attacks. So maybe it's not
Oh,
the
the
ninja
ninja
swords.
sword.
Maybe it's the ninjas that are the problem. You don't have no free speech.
I'm
When
sorry.
J.D. Vance got up in front of Europeans and talked about this, when he
Thank
talked
you for
about
inviting me.
Germany and Italy
You're
and
welcome.
Spain and the UK and all the others, Ireland, all of them,
Even if it is by
talked
sheer
about how they were
chance, I appreciate
oppressing
it.
their own people.
You didn't have to.
Oh,
I
so
know.
Fuck,
they
gives me nothing.
stared down their nose at it. How could this brutish American dare to say such a thing?
They cried like little
Yeah.
bitches
You're
because they
arresting
knew
people
the gravy trade was
for
over.
Facebook posts.
For some, yes.
But I do need
Tommy
to
Robinson.
log out and shut down here. Thank
His
you.
life is fucked because he dared to talk about children being raped because of your immigrants, your own citizens, sexually abused, and you protect the attackers. And when somebody calls it out, you attack them and destroy them. And then you make sure anybody that talks about it on any social media, they get attacked too. These same immigrants that come over to your country
Has been
and
blessed.
take over
Let
and
me
criminally
go.
assault your children. You provide housing to in obscene amounts. I saw a recent news report. Can't remember the exact area, but they were bringing in mass immigration, and they were going to spend 3.5 billion or 3.5 billion pounds. I think it's just some insane amount on housing for them.
Uh-huh.
And when I asked, well, why not give that to British citizens? They said, oh no, there's plenty of housing left. And then when caught on that contradiction of saying, why would you need to spend money then if there's plenty of housing left? Oh no, well, it's different. It's different, is it? How is it different?
It's the order from Brussels.
No, I'm not going to take shit anymore. I like this new moniker. I don't care if the tariffs work or not. Fuck the world.
I agree with that.
We get
Oh
to
yeah,
Amen.
Amen.
Amen to fucking that, son.
stand
Sometimes you just
at a
want to watch the
decision
world burn.
of which way we want to go as a country.
That's what we voted for, regardless of
Do
what
we want to
happens. That's
embrace
pretty much what a
technology
lot
and
of
make our
people voted
country?
for. They
During
we're
COVID,
not.
there was a financial advisor
Did
who
our
talked
good
about
guy-
microprocessors and Taiwan.
Alcohol poisoning happens.
I am
And he
still
said,
here,
we
but
can
not
use
by
this
design.
to our advantage.
Okay.
It was
Use this
starting to get me a
downtime
little
to
bit of
build 3 or 4
I started to have a
factories
seizure.
or
Oh, okay.
Well,
I was
it's
wondering
essentially
because
the
I
it would take 10
turned
years
away
to
and
build
then
a
looked
solid
back
could
and
have
I
a
got this
seizure.
giant
we
blue
would,
screen. I'm like,
not
what
be
the hell?
dependent on
What's the
Taiwan
ninja
or
star
others
thing
like
going
other
up there
countries
for?
are. And we'd make our own. We'd be making chips. We'd be fine. Nobody listened to him. But now we're talking about doing that. Elon Musk, a
It's
private
just, well, I
entrepreneur,
was
SpaceX
not
private company,
stoned
right?
for Sparky because
Not
I'm
government
really
run. It's not
proving it
NASA.
now.
It's okay.
Because NASA is so incompetent. Because the government contracts given out to companies like Boeing that can't make a fucking aircraft or spacecraft worth a shit anymore.
Well, I
Couldn't
mean,
rescue
that's
astronauts
questionable.
because the equipment was shit. The pilots didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and political reasons held them up from going up there.
Uh-huh.
A private company goes up there and does it in a day.
Once again, cheers, everyone. Thank you very
We're at a
much.
point
I'm
Ah,
not
where
thank
we
you,
taking
can
it
say,
Tommy.
fuck
again.
it.
Yeah, no worries.
Fuck the world.
Relax.
Fuck them
Have a good
financially
night.
taking advantage of
Or
us.
whattever it
Fuck
is.
policing them. Fuck their
That
internal
is fun.
conflicts and external conflicts.
Yeah,
Let's
I
just
hope
focus on us.
I'll get some good sleep.
Let's build a better future
I think
for
he
us.
will. He'll
I'm
walk
jealous.
up
I
with-
can't
Let's
drink.
make us
All
the
I want
ones
him to
that
do
build
is
shit.
remember to drink a glass of water before
Let's
he goes to sleep.
And take
unrust
some
the Rust
vitamin
Belt.
D.
Yes. Well,
and D.
Start manufacturing it good.
E
So
would
we're not
be great.
victims of
D is nice,
just-in-time
but,
delivery globalization.
too
Stop
much
with the
D, you end
insane
up with
illegal
kids.
immigration that's draining our coffers so we
Yeah,
can't
that's
take
true.
care of our elderly and our young. Get rid of extremist ideology that's making people do insane, violent shit.
Mrs. Sparky knows that for sure.
Let's clean fucking house. Let's get rid of the corrupt politicians and corrupt
Goddamn.
bureaucrats. And so, fuck the world.
If you can get rid of the
I'm
corrupt
perfectly fine
politicians,
with,
you have to start with the Democrats. And I wish you
brutal
the best of luck.
Americanism.
Oh, and then the Rhino.
I think that's great. I think that's our generation's cute little tagline.
Then the old school Republicans.
Yes.
Fuck them.
There's not many of those
You're
left.
gonna
though.
watch
No,
American
they died
exceptionalism
out
again
most of the time.
and you're gonna like it. I know world
Uh,
powers have changed over the centuries.
Took
with
about
the
50
Dutch
years.
wouldn't win, and then
It did.
The
It
Brits
did.
with
I
coal,
agree.
and
it
trains,
did,
and then
but-
you've got the Americans with oil and cars. But you know what? We're going to take another swing at it. We're not going to sit back and let a China or somebody else take over. Well, we've decided we want another couple centuries at the helm. Fuck you. Do something about it.
Go for it.
We are the ones with the big dick energy. We've got the big military, the big economy, and the best technologies. What are you going to do about it? You can't even police yourselves. Europe's too busy watching their kids get gang raped to do shit.
Pretty
You
much.
can't build shit. You can't innovate or create.
It depends on who.
We're cream of the fucking crop. And we've been at the top now for a century. For multiple centuries. You know what? Fuck it. We run this shit.
You think?
Do something
Go ahead.
about it.
We wish.
You gonna run your little mouth and bark like a chihuahua? You're not gonna do shit. And I think that's what Trump has realized.
No, he's coming to the
He can take the
realization he's got to
risk.
be extra
He can make
careful
the
because
threats.
people
He can
within
do
his own
goofy shit like
circuit
terrorists.
are turning on
Because they're
him.
not gonna do shit. Because we're in charge
Again.
once again.
I know.
We
What
found
I
ourselves
said was going to
once
happen.
again.
No, you weren't
And
wrong.
we
I
are
was like,
going
I was kind of worried about that too, but I was like,
greatest
I wasn't
fucking
quite sure
country
who
on
it was
earth.
going to be this
Even
time.
greater than it's ever
Yeah.
been.
So, like I say,
And
like,
nobody-
when he said he had 100 days, he went, yeah,
Nobody
because
on
you
earth
know
is gonna
that that
stop us.
time is very short.
So get in line, faggots. We're taking another shot at this.
Best of luck.
That's right. Put those little flags up. Oh, I see some tomatoes out there. I see some ass-hurt Europeans. I don't know. Can you watch the stream, fag? Are you allowed to? Isn't that a fucking war crime in your country?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed to do this. Are you allowed to watch this? Is this subversive?
Not yet, Rose.
Might
Not
have,
yet.
might get arrested.
No, they
Have some uniformed police officers
the only
show
way
up
that
in
they
your
wouldn't be
shitty
able to be
house
allowed to watch
throw
something
you
like
in the
this is
slammer.
if the EU decides
can't
to
handle it.
eliminate certain
can't handle the
countries. They haven't done it
exceptionalism.
yet. They
Deal with it,
threatened, but
bitch.
they've never done it yet.
Deal with it, you foreign bitch. Nobody cares. We call you Europor for a reason. You fuckers need our money. You can't survive without us. Your socialized medicine doesn't exist without our dick. Now you don't get any more. Good luck paying for your fucking medicine, bitch. Good luck with the socialized medicine. How are you going to pay for it, cunt? Oh, I can't wait to see your big, scary militaries that don't exist do nothing because you're fucking pussies. How many
Have you seen
aircraft
Thor?
carriers do you have? Oh, that's right, none. Oh, boy, here comes the British Air Force. That's scary. Oh, boy, I'm sure the world trembles at the thought of that. Oh, here comes the German infantry. Ooh. Sit your ass down. Sit your little ass down. Oh, God, I love being an American. I love being a winner. I love living in this country. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby. We're so back.
Yeah, problem is you're very infiltrated and you're fucked by within.
We
Should make a
got
little hat that says fuck Europe.
at
And
least
then
a
sell it
couple
only to you.
I'd say about 5
Instead of like an
decades
ironic
of just fixing all this shit.
I wish, like I said, I wish you guys the best of luck.
I know. Fuck. I
Well,
know. Well, the other reason 5 decades is because
just
most of the trouble
restricted.
died.
Yeah, there you go.
That's good.
That's right, Metro.
Sorry, I was just
I'm
staring at
gonna
my
catch you guys
life-size
later.
poster of
You
the
have a
Statue of
good one. We'll
Liberty,
see you tomorrow.
Which takes up,
See you
it's
tomorrow.
just, it's part of her ankle. It's on one wall. I like to look at it and remember how great it is to be in this country that I'm in. How amazing it is over here. It feels good. Europor seething. Canucks angry. Oh, you Maple Leaf motherfuckers, are you sad?
Don't care.
Some of you are. Some of
Very
you
upset.
are.
Jim, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
that's the problem.
I
Yeah.
thought we were friends, Jim. Oh God, what are you doing, Jim?
No, I always knew
It's
you weren't
okay. We still
friends.
like
You
you
said that before. I paid attention.
Listen, it's no hard feelings. You'll never be allowed in my glorious country. But you know what? When your country collapses, I'll like send some bread in the mail or something. Am I not merciful? Am I not a merciful American? I'll play your advertisement so you can make a few bucks to survive the coming economic collapse in Canada. Here we go. Here, we'll let you monetize this one.
Jesus Christ.
Ashton, baby, Ashton. Jesus Christ.
Is that the extension? Oh, jeez.
Oh, the baby.
The baby.
Ah, but yeah, you should feel good. If you're an American, you've got a lot of great shit to look forward to. Has everything been done that you want to be done? No, not yet. Will it get done? It kind of looks like it probably will. Will
No.
it take a while? Probably. There's a lot of shit moving, though. A lot of great opportunities coming along, a lot of things getting unfucked. This is a moment of hype, of hope.
Your
Gotta grab
car
onto that little rainbow.
situation,
Ride this
most
fucker
plants
out.
take about 4 years
All this
to
bad shit,
build.
the starting point, this place we were taking off from, we were
Unless
right on
it
that
had
cliff's edge.
started
We didn't leap
prior
off.
to the Trump,
Other countries did. I don't know how Europe is going to
First
unfuck
term.
itself. I don't know how a country like France or Britain or Ireland comes back from where it is. When the people that are really out there advocating for their country end up in prison, how the fuck do you recover from that? When you've got bureaucrats that are so corrupt? I look at it as the tale of what could have been. And luckily we didn't go that way. It's President Trump, not President Harris. And it feels good as we watch things unfold. We're back, baby. America's back. Back in the saddle again. Oh, I better be careful. I mentioned saddle. Now Vaush has been attracted.
That's right.
Oh, God. I mentioned saddles, and here he comes. Where are my horses? My big fat commie wants to. Oh, God, that's some horses. It's so sexy. Oh, he's so happy. Look at him. He's so happy. Little Vaushi, it's okay. We'll save you a picture of the horse, buddy.
No, we need
I know you
to
love
start
him.
video now.
Oh, you love your little horsies, don't you there, Vaushi? So if you're
Like,
American,
remember
I
how to work
encourage you
my
to be
computer because
smug
I'm half
fuck
brain dead and
about
tired
this.
now.
Oh, be obnoxious about it. Be so jingoistic.
I know,
so
right?
nationalistic about it. Yeah, you fly those fucking flags. Show that eagle off. Talk shit. Call them Europores. Laugh at the Maple Leafs. There's shit they can do about it. They can seethe. They can seethe because they ain't us. We're number one. That's
don't
how
really
we
care
use
either
that
way.
big dick energy to remind them. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this. I did a stream like this. I'd say like, God, was it 4 or 5 years back? It's on the 4th of July. Oh, the
Yeah,
Europeans, they did not like
it's
that
a
one
repeat. Like I said, I
Not-
remember this stream.
they were not fond of that. I could have been, I could have been kinder about it. Offered an olive branch, been like, oh, well, we fixed our stuff. You could fix your. I don't have any hope in them. I don't think they've got it in them. Sorry.
I think we just got to
They don't
repeat
just
for the
have-
next
they don't
4
have that
years, and then
American
things are going to go right back to shit.
They can't. They just
Pretty
can't
much
do
what
it, I gotta
happened.
say.
I mean, right now the Democrats have to figure out who they're going to be putting up
I've got,
as their
Super
new
Chats
face,
and,
and that's
Ko-Fi
it.
and Cash App and all that stuff.
Well, they
We're
got
gonna
us.
read them all. I got a lot
They got another problem.
comments.
They got a split in their party,
We can
a
round
big
to them
split.
during the stream, but usually I read them at the end of the stream.
It depends
So we'll
what
take a
who's
small
who's
break.
on the
I'll come
split.
back and we'll start reading through some of those. But yeah.
Because that
For
split
those
could
of
be
you
easily
that,
resolved
enjoyed
with,
the
with a
stream,
bit of
I hope
money.
you have a good weekend.
It's done
If
before.
everybody else wants to stick around,
That's
like I
true.
said, we're going to do super chats here in
Yeah,
just a
I
second.
mean,
Let me just
we're
put
getting
up a
close
little
to the super
reminder so
chat
people
time.
know. Hold on 1 second. Oh, and I guess I should address it. I know that there was sector news that happened.
No one cares.
Hold on there. Here we go. There we go. I know there was sector news that happened. Ethan Ralph did crazy shit. Mersh did crazy shit. Dax did. Everybody did crazy shit. But I'll be honest with you. As I said in the last previous couple of streams, I don't really care. It just kind of bored me. I moved on to greener pastures with newer cows. Much more entertaining. Much more entertaining. I mean, Jesus, not that this was entertaining, but I don't know if you all saw this, but to Pikachu, which was the like the fat TikToker chick. Got kicked out of her house, and they were living in like a motel, and grandma took a shit in like the living room, and they threw them out. Ended up living in their car. It was like her, mom, grandma, and the brother. Ended up getting fucking carjacked in the city they were living in.
Sure, makes sense.
I've never seen that happen. Like the mother got injured. I don't know if she died or not, but I know the brother was shot dead in a carjacking.
Nice.
It's so fucking surreal. Because I don't think I've ever seen that happen with a figure like that before. I know a lot of people like fucked with Chris Chan. They dress up in like pickle suits and shit. But he was never like the victim of a violent, heinous fucking crime, nor were his family.
I have to ask the question, Manicure. Were they black?
No, that's technically wrong.
I don't know.
His
I don't see that
family
happening
was
in the sector.
part of a
It's just
heinous
kinda-
crime that went
It's the
unpunished
same old shit.
by Chris Chan.
Like the really crazy stuff
True,
is happening
true.
outside.
No,
of
it was
it's
not by
social
outside
media,
people, though.
Oriented
Yeah.
Not
platforms
by
like
outside
TikTok
people,
and shit.
but he didn't say that.
It's just
True,
it's fucking
true,
nutty.
true. But I had to ask
But
the
no.
question when it
So I've
comes
seen the
down
sector
to
stuff,
you
but
know,
like I said, it doesn't
Return
hold interest. I
Pikachu.
mean, there's
Were
crazier,
they black?
more bizarre shit that's happening out there.
Because
To
that's
other
normal.
people.
That's a standard.
Yeah, and then there've been multiple. Yeah, God, it's fucking strange. There've been multiple deaths. I don't really follow. Somebody mentioned Marty. I think that's like Cyrax is one of his A-logs. But I mean, that's another one. So it's just crazy, brutal shit out there. The world is a changing. It is a changing. All right, let me put up a video here. Like I said, I'll be right back.
Better
We'll
or
get into the
worse,
super
it
chat
is
section here.
changing.
Everybody that came out is going to take off. Have a great weekend. Everybody else who wants to stick around, I'll start burning our way through these, and I'll get to them on YouTube, on Ko-Fi, and on Cash App. Let me see what. Let's do the Candyman song again.
The
Actually,
Candyman song. We're good either way. So that was the stream, Medicare stream out there. There is the link if you wish to go over to his side of things to continuously watch the chit chats of the ticker talkers and all that kind of stuff. But here's where we stop, and call it unless something big and exciting happens. How was the stream for you people?
Not
It
a
wasn't.
gem stream.
Yeah, that's true.
It felt it was a gem stream, but it was a little weak.
I agree. Cause like I mentioned before, he had
wasn't
the same kind
bad.
of same stream for like the first Trump term. So
Oh yeah, I mean it wasn't bad. It was just I was hoping he had something else to talk about on it, but he really didn't. That's not his
nice.
fault.
Thank you for coming along there, Metro. But yeah, like
Metro,
I said,
thank you. Thank you for coming,
there's a
Metro.
link there. Don't hesitate. You could follow Roguestar13 to get all of the GNF and my basic bullshit, if you so wish.
Yep. Thank
so-
you for coming.
Yeah.
Been great, man.
Yeah, no, you did wonderful. I also thank all the different little talking heads that showed up. It was awesome. It's always good to have. I love them. But yeah, that's the weak part about it when it comes down to it. He just sounded like an old man, yelling at a cloud.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got. I was like, is his meds kind of take, or is he really? I don't know. We haven't heard about his condition lately.
Yeah, I know that he's never really followed up on that.
No, it's kind of he's not been talking about it lately. Like maybe he got better, maybe he got worse.
Well, I mean, if there's no change in news, there's no change in news.
Changing news. So he's pretty much in the same kind of conundrum. He's still.
He's
in
not
pain.
getting worse. He's not getting
It's not
better.
but it's just there. So he just has to live with it for the duration, and then one day you never know. But in the meantime, he's collecting his coffers, his shekels, and all that. He isn't wrong on a lot of things, and there's other things that he's kind of off on. So yeah. It's based on whatever information's been eked out by your countries and your politicians. So propaganda afoot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. So
I'm trying to figure out who I want to redirect to on the YouTube side on Spucky's Tech Corner.
you can redirect it to the black hole. That is Jim Max's ass.
No, I am streaming too, so you could, but the second the stream ends, it just goes nowhere.
I know, right? So
I mean, yeah, that kind of all disappears.
Yeah, it goes into the ether. But no, figure out who you would
We'll
like.
redirect to Mama Oko.
Yeah, because I think they're supposed to be doing something
Yeah, that's
big.
probably better.
Yeah.
How do I don't know if I have anybody watching, but I have one watching right now. But yeah.
Well, we have
Probably me.
about 31 eyeballs and growing. So thank you for all who participate, depending
Oh
where you're
yeah,
on
thank you.
the Twitters, the Twitches, the YouTube, wherever.
Yeah, if you wanna, right here is in the private. If you wanna, because I know you had the ability to show that out to all channels.
Yeah, I
that's
do.
the one we're gonna be going to next after we kind of get all done with this.
Copy.
I wanna sit down and watch. I want to see the first couple of super chats come through on the screen because
Yeah.
I wanna see if Jim brings up Noah. I really want to see if Jim brings up Noah.
Okay, well we can stick around for that.
I'm listening on my end, so we can.
No,
continue.
okay, we could stick around for that.
Yep.
I don't see an issue. I could do what I do naturally. Right now he's
unfortunately we had no Purity Sin tonight, but hey,
it is
maybe
what
this
is.
next time.
Yeah.
Or maybe the random stream. That,
yeah, you never know. That's the
right
beautiful thing about a person like me. I put that open out there for everybody who wishes to participate, even if they're drunker than a skunk. But I do have some minor requirements. If you're coming from a gaggle of groups, it's usually 1 or 2. Send me your best, because we only have a limited amount of seating, so I have to.
Only a limited amount.
I know. I'm sorry.
Let's get to the super.
I'm not
chats,
putting
like
up
I
more
said,
money
we'll,
so we get more seatage.
Well, I'll start with Cash App, and then I'll do Ko-Fi, and then I'll jump to the YouTube ones here.
It's gonna be a while.
Take our
Yeah.
time.
All right.
Go through them and see all the
So,
Europeans screaming at me. How do I get?
Well, it is what it is. If not, we'll just go ahead and go over to Mama Uncle's and be done with it tonight.
Yeah, that sounds like I think that was that's good call. So yeah, again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming along for yet another fine edition of a Meto stream snipe. It was a good one as usual. It was kind of off-putting, kind of a refresher of an old hit. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know these individuals did. Normally, I give them the rights to say their last words and get the fuck out of here. You know what? I'm just gonna say